one of those, Six Flags or Matterhorn.
Ooh, you Six Flag gang.
Six Flag or something. The Joker down there in Vallejo.
Superman.
Yeah, something like that. Every day it seems like this thing can go one way or the other. I'm going to get to the latest, but first let me give you the info you need for the rest of the show. 916-339-1140. That's how you talk to us on the Drive, guys. Drapes and Jay holding it down. Whitey will be back on Monday. He is out of the country. Well, out of the continental United States, I should say. He's in Hawaii, but he will be back on Monday, coming up in just a little bit. Imran Pilati of True Sports Cards will be joining us. I'll also tell you why Team USA is doing my boy Jason Tatum dirty. I don't care if they win by 2, 5, 30, or 40. Steve Kerr is doing Jason Tatum dirty. We got that coming up, and I'm not the only one that thinks that. But let me get to the latest on this Brandon Aiyuk situation. It seemed like we were at a stalemate yesterday. It seemed like we were in a holding pattern. It seemed like a game of chicken where somebody's going to have to make a move at some point. But then we just got news a few minutes ago. Jordan Schultz, his sources saying 49er star wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk recently had a sit-down meeting with Kyle Shanahan and others in the organization where some open and candid thoughts were expressed. The two sides have since restarted negotiations on a long-term deal, and there's more optimism that Aiyuk could remain in San Francisco. Also, Tom Pelissero, the noted veteran NFL writer. The 49ers have made a renewed effort in recent days to strike a long-term deal with wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk. The situation is fluid, and other teams, including Pittsburgh, are still in the mix, but a return to San Francisco appears increasingly possible. Jay, I'm a Niners hater. You know that. Eagles are my squad.
I get it. You're supposed to be.
But when I hear this, I look at the Niners and say, what the hell took you so long?
Is it a Niners or is it an Aiyuk?
You tell me.
Or is it both?
If the Niners haven't moved on their offer of 26 since May, and TJ Houshmandzadeh, his wide receiver coach, his workout coach said, man, all he's asking for is 28, then it's on the Niners. If it's on Brandon Aiyuk, then you're telling me you want him to just accept the 26. To me, the Niners are trying to play hardball, and this is something you brought up yesterday, and maybe this is just their MO. They give you the low ball for early, sit on it for a while, and then in August, like they did with Bosa, they come to, all right, now let's actually negotiate. But why do we have to go through all this, Jay? Why not negotiate in May? Why not negotiate in June? So to me, it's a Niners thing. If all of a sudden now they're going to go back to negotiating table, a renewed faith, what took you so long? Why do we have to wait 3 months for this to happen? I just don't get it, Jay.
Yeah, I think I'm a Niner lover. So I'm the opposite of what you are. We're looking at each other in the mirror.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of both. I think Brandon Aiyuk, to this point, Drapes, to me, doesn't seem like he wants to leave. I think he's put his foot in the sand and said, you know what? I want my 28. I want my 29. I want to be paid more than DJ Moore, which is kind of what we're hearing now. Mm-hmm. DJ Moore is kind of like the bottom. I'm not going anything lower than 27 and a half. I understand 30 might be above my pay grade. So I need to land somewhere between 28, 29, $1 million a year. And I think he did everything he was supposed to do, Drapes, is demand a trade. You know what? I'm going to sit out, but I'm going to hold in.
So this the negotiating playbook?
I think so.
The negotiating 101. These are all the things that he checks everything off the
negotiation for dummies, right? The yellow book.
Yeah,
And on the same side, I think the 49ers are doing the same thing, Drapes. Negotiating for dummies. They're looking at Aiyuk's looking at chapter 1 through 6, and the 49ers are 8 through 12. They've already passed it because they've done it enough.
Right.
Aiyuk, this is his first time. So I think it's a combination of both, but I definitely see as a hater, as someone who's not a 49er faithful and not in the building, I could see why you would see it's a 49er situation.
Because you're right. And maybe I'm a little biased in this, and maybe I am a little biased.
You're supposed to be, though.
But here's the thing, Jay. Let's say I'm negotiating with the higher-ups here at Bonneville, Sacktown Sports 1140. My contract's up. August 1st. I'm like, all right, let's start the negotiation. They say, all right, Drapes, we'll offer you X amount of dollars. 30,000, let's say. Say, we'll offer you 30,000 bucks. I'm like, nah, I need more than that. I need my 50. So I say, nope, that's not going to get it done. I want 50. I make the counter offer. Aiyuk's been waiting for the counter to the counter for 3 months. They're saying, no, we're not going to go up to 50, Drapes. We're only going to give you 30. Aiyuk's like, damn, that's not a negotiation. That's not, meet me halfway. Meet me somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But no, they're holding ground. And then November rolls around. All right, Drapes. We'll give you 45. Dog, you could have did that back in August. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like,
you ain't got to hold me hostage this long.
You ain't got to hold me hostage and make me go through the negotiation for dummies checklist.
Yeah.
Like, you forced my hand to do it by giving me what I consider a lowball offer. And so I just feel like ultimately the way it's looking now, it seems like the two sides may come to an agreement. But why do you have to go? I think so, because I think if they're going to come back to the table, they know what he wants. Don't you got to make a competitive offer? You can't lowball him again, can you?
No, I think you have to come up to 28. I think if you're going to have the conversations, right, and that's what we're hearing, Drapes, you just said it eloquently, Tom Pelissero, Jordan Schultz, guys like that are starting to put their fingertips on it, Drapes. And I think if you sit down, just what you said, it's in good faith.
Right.
It's in the fact that we're trying to hammer this out for you to stay, and not in good faith to put you somewhere in, Cleveland, or put you somewhere in Minneapolis, even though, he doesn't want to go that way. But that's the point, I think, when you have this sit down is, okay, what is it going to take? We have your agent in town, which was, people talked about it yesterday, but he slid in town yesterday on the under, which kind of also let me know something's going on, even if it's not with the 49ers. I think they're going to speak in good faith. I'm not sure. And I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Drapes. Why go through all this
rigmarole?
Yeah, like this is a pony and trick show.
Yes.
Just like for $2 million.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
We could have got through this. I could have been in pads and I could have been rocking. But to me, I also think this is what the 49ers do, and it's not the best thing. I'm with you. And that's why I get what you're saying as an outsider. But this is something they do to keep their talent and moving forward. And I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't necessarily agree with it, though.
Yeah, I hear you. And it's your turn to weigh in, 916-339-1140. I see some of you guys on the text line and the YouTube chat as well. And here's the thing, and Bosa talked about it last week. Negotiating with the Niners, it's rough.
Can't do it.
It's painful.
Yeah.
And so basically, you made Aiyuk go through a root canal when all he needed was a filling. You know what I mean? All he had was a little cavity, but you made him go through the root canal, Jay.
It's a simple cleaning.
It should have been a simple cleaning, right? Especially if it's over $2 million, like you were just saying.
Yeah.
We didn't have to go through all this. And so that's why I look at it from a Niners perspective. If Niners said, we'll give you 26. Ayuk's like, I want 28. Niners got to come back with some 27 and a half, something.
Yeah.
But the reports are they hadn't moved at all. And so I felt like, man, and so they haven't crossed the finish line yet. But I feel entirely optimistic now that the fact that they decided to re-engage with each other, to me, that's a sign in the right direction.
That's good faith. That's coming to the table. You know what? We're going to look across the table like men, and let's try to hammer this out and figure it out. I feel the same way, and in all aspects, all facets of the conversation, Drapes. We could have got this over, and there's a great metaphor. I don't need to go through a root canal when all I had to do was a simple filling.
Right.
What I'm going to be interested in is this. I know if Brandon, hopefully, we're knocking on wood here as a 49er fan. Ayuk gets his bag, he gets his money. Let's call it $28 million. That's where they land at. How is Ayuk professional enough? I'm not sure, to continue to push the narrative of like, you know what, we're going for the, and I know he's going to play ball, but we heard what Bosa said. We've heard what Debo has said. Like, these things take something out of you in the beginning of the season.
A little piece of flesh out of you.
Like 4 or 5, 6 games it takes me to get cracking and get moving.
Right.
Do you see Aiyuk? Because this the one thing about this negotiation, Drapes, and I'm trying to walk around it because we're the 49er, station here a little bit, is this. We didn't see Bosa. We saw Debo getting his feelings a little bit. Unfollow the team, ask for a trade, but those were negotiation tactics. Mm-hmm. This, to me, got a little personal.
Yeah.
Like it felt a little more personal. And so my question to you is, do you think Aiyuk can look past the personal, the personal effect of this and be businesslike and be professional?
That's a great question, because, if he's in his feelings, if his feelings are hurt, can he, once he signs this deal and get rocking and rolling, put that aside and get back to playing football? Or is he too emotionally hurt, too emotionally damaged, where, you know what? Sure, he takes the money. Sure, he signs the contract, but he don't trust him no more. You know what I mean? Is that relationship permanently damaged?
Think about this, Drapes.
Yeah.
If you go to the dentist, and we stay with your metaphor, you go to your dentist and he's like, you know what, man? You got to get a root canal. And then next thing you know, you're like, I'm going to get a second opinion. I'm going to get a third opinion. Like, all you needed was a filling. Aren't you looking at?
I might be looking for a new dentist. I ain't going back to that dude or lady. I mean, it is what it is. It is what. All right, we're just underway. You can hit us up on the phone lines, 916-339-1140. It's Drapes and Jay holding it down till 6. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports, 1140.
If you've been on the American River, it's uphill, it's downhill. There's trails everywhere that you can walk, and it just makes you happy. And I couldn't walk, and it was terrible. I was turning into a real crab. I went to the Good Feet store, and I tried on the arch supports. I could not believe that I was not in pain. I can walk, I can run, I can jump, I can do anything. My name's Terry, and that's my Good Feet story.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
It's Sky River Casino's 2nd anniversary, and we're doubling down during our $1 million Twice as Nice celebration. Earn entries while playing your favorite slots and table games. Get ready to win every Saturday, starting at 7 p.m. with winners drawn every 30 minutes. Then at 10 p.m., one lucky winner is guaranteed to win $100,000 in prizes, including $50,000 in free play and $50,000 cash. Visit skyriver.com for details. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here we go, as the tune starts to loop with the fan.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
As I keep what's really going on with your reminisce.
You know about a little domino here on
Come
a
on
Friday.
now.
Come on, Jay.
Long Beach Finest.
Here's the thing, man. You need to start hollering at your boy a little more. You be telling me groups be coming to town and everything.
Yeah, they do.
A week or two too late.
You're right.
Tell me a week or two beforehand.
Man, don't put me in the 49ers bracket, man. You can trust me.
Dude, you got me missing out on everything. And so I just shared with my son yesterday that Future and Metro Boomin are coming.
Yeah, next month, right?
We in the building for that.
Okay,
your boy is there for that.
We're good.
I'm there for you. Going for that? You going to that?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna be in the building. I just want to hear like that. I just want to see your boy Drake's that.
What if Kendrick come out up on that?
Oh man, he gonna shut the whole building down.
Come on now. So I'll be in the building for that. You going to Juvenile too?
Yeah, I'm going to Juvie. That's my guy. Dang. Yeah, you coming with Juvie too?
All right. I'm all right.
And Nick.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're there.
I ain't got to do nothing else.
You ain't got to do nothing else but show up. Pull up in the Mercedes, man, and we got you, brother. I got you.
All right, Sacktown Sports 1140 fam. Y'all hear that? Jay says he got me.
I got you.
What date is that? The 9th, 10th?
September something.
September something. So the day
17th,
after,
maybe.
When I come back and report about the concert, I'll either have been in there or I've been waiting outside looking for Jay. We'll see.
Nah, I ain't kept you waiting outside now. I can't do that.
Can't do that. He's talking a good game. All right, back to this Brandon Aiyuk situation. I see some of you guys weighing in on the text line. Somebody from the 209, Jay. Aiyuk is playing hardball, demanded more money, then wanted to be traded, then decided he doesn't want to go to certain teams. He was just using the trade possibility as leverage to get more money. No one is holding him hostage. He could have gone to another team and he decided he didn't want to go. So either go or shut up and play.
I don't know. I don't like the shut up and play part, right? But kind of. I get with the 209 and say kind of. He's still under contract, Drapes.
Right.
I mean, we've heard that Pittsburgh and his representation came to a deal, and then we also heard the compensation for the 49ers wasn't at the mark they wanted to. So now what is he supposed to do?
Right.
What would you like Aiyuk to do if he negotiates with Pittsburgh, comes to an agreement, and then goes back to the 49ers? And again, this is all hearsay, but I trust a lot of the guys, Jerry Dulac, guys that we've had on this show, who have said they've come to an agreement. The 49ers and the Steelers have not come to an agreement because the 49ers know to give up Aiyuk, Drapes, you have to get something in return. A player.
Wide receiver back.
Right. And Jerry Dulac told us on this show yesterday.
Yes.
The Steelers were not giving up no players.
Right.
They can have all the picks they want, but no players.
So let me ask you this, though, and I agree with you. And coming up in a second, we're going to hear from Kyle Shanahan. He talked about this Aiyuk situation today. If you're the Niners, do you have to have a player back? Do you? Because we were talking yesterday, I think it was Grant Cohn or a couple of days ago. Oh, they got Juwan Jennings, they got Debo, they got Tricky Ricky. We're set. We're good. If without Aiyuk, we'll be okay. Now I'm hearing, we need a receiver back. We need a replacement. We need somebody back. And it ain't going to be Devontae Adams. You ain't going to, come on, they try to swing a 3-team trade. Nah, it ain't happening. You ain't going to get anybody of that caliber. And so to me, Jay, it seems like Aiyuk is backed into a corner. And to an extent, the Niners are backed into a corner. And that's why I think they came back to the bargaining table yesterday. Both sides, it's like going through a divorce, Jay. Then you realize, dang, it's going to be painful going through this divorce. We're going to both lose out on this. Ain't nobody going to end up really, truly happy. So why don't we try to work it out? Let's go back to the marriage council and try. And that's what the Niners are doing right now. Kyle Shanahan spoke about it earlier today, about the Aiyuk situation. Does he want Aiyuk in camp? Does he want him back? Here he is speaking on a Bay Area radio station earlier today.
Oh, of course. I mean, in the perfect world, you'd love all that to happen. But there's a lot of sides to it. It's us, what we want, it's what he wants. There's a whole contract and stuff to that. And it's a tough business part of this league. And some years it can be harder than others. This is a very difficult one, but it's something you're always holding out hope for.
He wants him back.
Right. I'm listening to that. And that's, to me, sounds like a softer, more nurturing, you know what I mean? Without saying we miss you. Yeah. Kind of take.
It did sound like that.
It last week, and when him and John Lynch talked, it didn't feel like that. Now it feels like, you know what? Aiyuk, you are a part of our family. And I do want you back.
I cut out the question. The question was, do you see an opportunity for Aiyuk to come back and play on this team? And that was Shanahan's answer. But I'm with you, Drapes. I think there is cooler heads have prevailed up to this point.
Yes.
For whatever reason, Aiyuk is still a 49er. I don't know why. We've heard, again, thousands of reports at this point from top-notch insiders, the people that's in the know, beat writers, beat reporters, coaches, family, Ryan Williams, his agent. We've heard all these different reports. I'm not sure why he's still a 49er, but I do know this. Another one, you hit, sounding like DJ Khaled. You're spot on with the metaphor. Sometimes you take a little space, time, and opportunity to yourself.
Right.
And you come back and, maybe cooler heads, you come to your smarts. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, you're like, you know what? This is a little more difficult than I thought this was probably going to be. You know, that last argument or conversation we had where I was like, I don't care. I'm out. I'm out. You know, close the door. I'm doing me. And then you get home and you're like, dang, doing me just going to be a little more difficult, right?
Right. Yes.
That's what the Niners and Aiyuk are, because they are a perfect match. They really are.
They really are. You know, a receiver that does everything Kyle Shanahan asked, you know, a receiver in a system that allows you to get 1,300 plus yards, be one of the top receivers in the NFL. And I liken it to, you know, jumping off a cliff almost. You know, you could talk a good game or jumping out of an airplane. You could talk a good game. Yeah, when I get up in this airplane, your boy going to hop out. I'm going to be ready. Y'all ain't never seen nobody jump out an airplane like this, right? But then you get up there and you get closer. You got 2 or 3 dudes jumping out before you. Then it's your turn. You look out that plane and you say, hold up now. I don't know if I really want to do this. And that's what I think. And that's what I think is happening with Aiyuk, Shanahan, and the 49ers. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of posturing, a lot of stuff being leaked out in the media, a lot of trade requests. Here's who I want to go to. I want $30 million. I want this. I want that. We're only offering you 26. But at the end of the day, I think both sides will understand that they need each other. And you know what? It isn't that bad. I may have been selling wolf tickets. I may have been talking a good game, but when it boils down to it, this is home. I mean, he just moved his family out here last year too.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like, that's
big
he
time.
was putting down roots.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't trying to go nowhere. And I think the Niners kind of knew that. And they were like, you know what? Go ahead. Go see what you can get out there.
That's cold blood, though.
That's cold blood.
Because that's not good negotiation.
Right.
You know, that's not negotiating in faith. And that's not showcasing and telling your talent, your family, that you are loved and well liked and you belong here. You know, like that's, like you said, that's not comforting. That's not wrapping your arms around Aiyuk and saying, you know what, man, look, we get it. This is difficult. You get it, because we're trying to win a Super Bowl. We have a task at hand. We also have top-notch talent. We would love to probably give you the $30 million. But that $2 million over the next 4 or 5 years equals 10. That's like another year or two for Fred Warner.
Right.
You know, I get what the Niners are trying to do. I just think they have went about it in not the best way. And it looks worse now, Drapes, because they're coming to the table. And then at the same time, because of their past, because of the last 3 years, Jimmy G, the Debo, the Bosa. You asking, as you shakers come out and say, you know, very quietly, man, if it wasn't for my wife, you know, she's making up the money that I'm missing. Like, that's a quick little jab to the gut. You know, like, I took less money because we have a task at hand.
Yeah.
But I'm not the happiest to lose $5-6 million bucks, right? And so when you have guys like the Fred Warner's done it, George Kittle's done it, it looks like they're going to ask Shavarius Ward to do that. Who knows what's going to happen with Hufanga?
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about an all-pro safety coming back who's still playing on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to pay him.
The 49ers have to get a little bit better in recognizing, and I'm not saying Jed York ain't, you know, I ain't counting his pockets. I know he's spending money, but they got to get a little bit better of keeping this in-house, man. It's getting too messy.
Every year it's getting messy. And you know what it is? You know, the Niners are sort of like that loudmouth, big mouth politician or whoever you want to say. They talk in March, April, May, because you brought up the Jimmy G situation. You know, Jimmy's not coming back. He's done, you know, he's not our quarterback anymore. And then as it gets into July, August, you're like, oh shoot. It's like it's like they talk too much early without really thinking it through and processing it and being cerebral about it. It seems like they're very reactive or emotional in the beginning, and then cooler heads prevail as you get into August. And so whether it's Bosa, whether it's Debo, you know, Juszczyk, Kittle, whoever you want to name, Jimmy G, it seems like every year they have a stance in March and it gets changed in August. Yeah. Whether it's contract, personnel, Trey Lance, they trade him, last August was the deal, I believe. And so it just seems like they don't get really serious in terms of the roster and contracts and boiling down the numbers until August. This could have been wrapped up back in March,
yeah, it could have.
April.
It really could.
It could have been wrapped up.
They probably could have did it last year. I continue to keep on saying, and I know we have to go to break.
Yeah.
I continue to keep on saying this, Drapes, and I think you agree with me. The 49ers this year, and let me preface it with this. I think John Lynch is a mastermind with how he continues to keep top-end talent around. And I know they spend money, but for whatever reason, they have something that operates and is well-oiled. The machine is very well-oiled, and the structure is operating at a high level because they continue to keep these Fred Warners and the Bosas and bring in Leonard Floyd's like top-end talent.
Yep.
But I think this year they got caught with their pants down in this wide receiver market.
They didn't expect it to explode this, huh?
It was so many wide receivers. It felt like every 48 hours a wide receiver at one point in time for like 2 weeks straight was getting a deal.
Getting paid. Yep.
And I think they offered the 26 knowing they might have to go to 27 because you never take the first initial offer, right? They might have to get to 27, 28. But then when you start getting AJs and guys getting 30, I think they were like, oh man, we way off. Yes. And then you start getting guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, then Justin Jefferson just killed the whole game with $35 million a year. It's like that's $10 million less almost that they offer Brandon Aiyuk.
Over the course
over per year. Because remember, Justin's getting 35 a year.
Oh, yeah.
You're offering Aiyuk 26 a year. Yeah. Like, that's far off in the game of, we know wide receivers are divas. We know, look, you can't be better than me.
Right.
I just saw Chris Carter talking stuff about people 2 days ago. And he long gone retired.
Right.
Like, so I think the 49ers got caught. They really did, man. They missed the boat with this one.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. All right, we got much more on the Aiyuk situation all throughout the show. Coming up next, though, why one NFL team with a star on its helmet is somehow flying under the radar. They got a number of big-name players they got to pay. How come they aren't catching any smoke? It's the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Some people just know safe drivers save more with Allstate. Just like they know that's the mating call of a blue-footed booby. And not a green-footed booby. Yeah, some people know that. And they know if you're a safe driver, you can save up to 40% with Allstate. Ain't that something?
Based on the national average premium savings for Allstate customers with a clean driving record versus those without. Savings vary by state and based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
All right, get ready for an incredible lineup of live music and events with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Jason Mraz is at Thunder Valley on August 9th, and don't miss the Truckee Music Festival on August 9th and 10th, featuring Kip Moore and Sublime. Then rock out with the Mick Adams Stones Tribute on August 15th at Thunder Valley. And get ready for Michael Franti at the Backyard in Sacramento on August 23rd. It's Soulfest 24 live on August 24th at Thunder Valley. Plus, take a trip back in time with 80s Rewind at Thunder Valley on September 1st. 21st. Train and REO Speedwagon are at Toyota Amphitheater on September 6th and the Doobie Brothers at Toyota Amphitheater on September 10th. Then don't miss the Lodi Grape Festival September 12th through the 15th, featuring Joe Nichols and Smash Mouth. And you'll laugh out loud with George Lopez at Hard Rock Live Sacramento coming September 21st. Then it's Bad Religion at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on October 19th. The Sacktown Sports live events calendar is your ticket to the hottest live shows in town. The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine. The Gold Rush Classic is a celebrity pro-am golf tournament, $1 million hole-in-one contest, a celebrity challenge, a draft party, a farm-to-fork dinner, and a concert under the stars. The Gold Rush Classic raises money for Make-A-Wish, Jordan's Guardian Angels, local youth sports, and other worthwhile children's charities. The Gold Rush Classic takes place August 22nd and 23rd in Rancho Murrieta. Do you want to golf with basketball royalty like Reggie Theus, Olden Polynice, or Greg Ostertag? Or is golfing with an NFL Hall of Famer like Tim Brown more your style? Play golf with celebrities like Jesse Orozco, Greg Floyd, Michael Merriweather, or our own Greg Vaughn. Sponsorships are available at goldrushclassic.org. The Gold Rush Classic is sponsored by Adrian Blanco Jeweler in Folsom, your family jeweler. Style Magazine Reader's Choice Award winner and voted Best Local Business.
Your new home for 49ers football in the 916 Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Jay, Sacktown Sports 1140. Let that keep rocking, Jay. Let that keep rocking. Because I don't know if the people at home know about this song right here. I don't know if the people at work rocking with us, the people driving on their car or on the YouTube chat know about this song right here. We going back to what? 84, 85 maybe? 83? Little Fat Boys? Can you feel it?
84, you spot
84,
on. You know your rap over
yes,
there.
Sir.
I see you, brother.
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? I might not know Kendrick Lamar, but your boy knows some Fat Boys.
Are they underrated as a group, or are they right where they need to be?
They aren't talked about enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're underrated because, let's be honest, their lyrics, it's not like, you know, they're going to have a Harvard class on their lyrics, breaking down their like Nas or something like that. But in terms of pioneers,
yeah,
who they were, man, and I miss the groups.
Yeah,
rap groups. We don't have rap groups anymore,
I was
dude.
going to say, man, there aren't, and you can answer this better than I can. There weren't many trio groups late 70s, early 80s. I mean, that's when rap was just kind of really getting started anyway.
Yeah.
Like they were one of the first few, you know, trios that I can really remember. Now, I mean, there were big time Grandmaster Flash, you know, there were big time groups, African Bombada, but as far as just a standout trio, there weren't that many at the time.
Yeah, you're right. The Fat Boys, man. And I miss old school hip hop, man. Old school Run DMC, Fat Boys, Treacherous 3. Come on, man. That's my era, Jay. That's going way back there.
I see you.
I appreciate that. All right, hit us up 916-339-1140 if you want to talk, get in on this Brandon Aiyuk situation. Seems like the two sides are back at the table. The same can't be said about what's happening in Big D in Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys, and for some reason, Jay, they've been flying under the radar. First time ever the Cowboys are flying under the radar. But Dak Prescott, I'm looking at the numbers right now. Dak Prescott, final year of his deal. CeeDee Lamb, final year of his deal. DeMarcus Lawrence, final year of his deal. Michael Parsons has one more year after this, then he's a unrestricted free agent. And so while the Niners are dealing with the Trent Williams situation, the Brandon Aiyuk situation, the Cowboys got a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a defensive line stud who want new deals. How come nobody's complaining about the way Jerry Jones is handling things.
They're flying under the radar.
Big time, right?
Yeah.
And get this, Jay. It's one thing to have your receiver looking for a new deal. You got your star quarterback. It'd be like Brock Purdy next year. You know what? Ain't no deal for you, Brock. Sorry, it ain't happening. You can't go into a season. And I understand the Niners, it may look like they're having a rough off season, but I don't see, unless somebody gets a deal, how the Cowboys survive this and have a productive Super Bowl caliber season.
Yeah.
With so many guys, their entire running back core, Ezekiel Elliott, Rico Dowdle, Royce Freeman, all unrestricted next
year.
This is their all last year of their deal. And so while we're talking about the Niners, and rightfully so, we're up here in Northern California, the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones, they're flying under the radar, getting the leash, getting a long leash. And I'm like, how come they aren't paying their guys? And to make matters worse, Jay, things are already kind of hot down there in Dallas. Guys wanting to get paid. CeeDee Lamb not at camp. To make matters worse, their owner, Jerry Jones, in my opinion, Jay, he just poured gasoline on the whole situation. He met with reporters yesterday, and we're about to play this sound. Here's what he had to say about the ongoing contract dispute with CeeDee Lamb and his current players. Here's Jerry Jones.
Are you saying there's a sense of urgency as you begin the preseason to get CD done?
No.
Why you say that?
I'm just I went to high school or I went to college. I don't know why I said it, but I'm just saying I don't know. I don't have a sense of urgency about getting it done.
It's a long-standing tradition.
Pick any reason you want. I was at Nobu 2 days ago. Give that as a reason.
Yes.
Dang.
That's so disrespectful.
This dude.
I went to high school. I went to college.
I was just at Nobu yesterday.
Pick anything you want.
My life is good. I ain't got no urgency for nothing.
You could. If I'm CeeDee Lamb, I might never show up. You talking about requesting a trade. I'd probably be on the first thing. Call my agent up. Check this out. I need to be on NFL Network, ESPN, The Athletic. I need to be on everything. I need to be on the Fan here in Dallas. 5-10 minutes. I'm doing 5-10 minutes interview.
Yep.
Did this dude just say he don't care about me? I was at Nobu yesterday. Put that out there. And then what gets me too, the reporters just
I did not like man. You felt that like it felt like a good old boys club, right? It's Jake, can you play that again for me, man? I got to hear this one more time.
Yeah, let me go back on.
Yeah, go find that again, because Jerry said what he said. And I could just imagine the reporters around him cackling like he's Boss Hog or something. Let's listen to what Jerry Jones had to say.
Are you saying there's a sense of urgency as you begin the preseason to get CD done?
No.
Why you say that?
I'm just I went to high school or I went to college. I don't know why I said it, but I'm just saying I don't know. I don't have a sense of urgency about getting it done.
It's a long-standing tradition.
Pick any reason you want. I was at Nobu 2 days ago.
That's embarrassing, Jay. That's disrespect.
Come on.
If I'm the NFL and Roger Goodell won't do anything, I'm pulling the cards out of all those reporters down there, just yucking it up. Whatever he says. Like I said, like they're Roscoe P. Coltrane and he's Boss Hog. Whatever you say, boss. That's like, that was not something to be laughing about.
Nah, man.
That's a bad look right there.
He said, pick anything you want. It's beneath me almost.
Right.
I don't care about CeeDee Lamb not being here. I'm not in no urgency to get it done. He'll be here. He needs me. I don't need him.
I think Jerry Jones might be at the point. And I understand it's good entertainment, Jay. It gets you clicks, goes viral. But somebody need to take the mic away from that dude.
Yeah.
Like, it might be time for Jerry Jones to stop doing post-game interviews, weekly radio shows. You know, he's had a good run. Let his son Steven handle everything out there.
Right.
You know, it just, that was bad. And Stephen Jones talked about the CeeDee Lamb situation. He was on the Doomsday podcast, and he said, quote, "We think the world of CeeDee, and we understand where he's coming from on this and why he's not here. But we also continue to work very hard on getting this deal done. Zero thought process of not having CeeDee be a Dallas Cowboy. CeeDee's not going to be playing anywhere but Dallas, but we want this to be a great situation for him when we're all said and done, and also a good situation that we can put a great football team on the field." Now that's respectable.
That's what Jerry should have said.
Right. That's respectable. I get it. And that's what everybody's hoping for. If you're a Cowboys fan, if you're CeeDee, you just want to, I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to get paid, continue here in Dallas, and let's compete for this Super Bowl. But when Jerry Jones says that,
man,
you know what Jerry Jones is like. Remember that ESPN show, Playmakers?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the caricatures in there, some of the characters are like way overboard with some of their. That's what Jerry Jones is like now.
Yeah.
He's become a character of the NFL. Now, mind you, Jay, I used to be a Cowboys fan.
Sure, when you're a child.
Never was a Jerry Jones fan. Let me just say that. It was never about Jerry Jones. He's had a great run. But if I'm a player and I'm hearing that.
Yeah, I'm feeling some kind of way.
I'm feeling some type of way. It's like, I understand the money is good. Having that star on your helmet is good. I don't want to say he's Donald Sterling because that's taking it way farther down the line. But from a player standpoint, the hair is standing up on my arm when he says something like that.
It's the way it was portrayed.
Yeah,
we know the history of this country.
Yeah.
And not to even just keep pushing it down that narrative, but just the tone, the way he approached it. Oh, man, I went to school. I went to high school. I went to college. Yeah, that's why I said it.
Right.
What does that mean?
What does that
even like? And this is the thing. People are gonna be like, "Oh, Jerry's old and he's senile," and whatever the heck they want to say. And then don't talk. Then don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Then how about you get an assistant or a manager, somebody that walks hand in hand with Jerry like the rest of these owners that you see throughout sports. We have them everywhere. And hey, can Jerry talk? Yep. But these 5 questions are off limits today. Right. You're not asking about, just like we see, it's political season, right? These 5 questions cannot be asked today for Jerry because I don't need him to say something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, Drapes. If I'm a Cowboy and I go home and then CeeDee responded with laugh out loud on Twitter. He saw the video.
He saw the video.
So if I see that, and let's just say CeeDee sent out a text thread to all the family of the Cowboys, meaning the team. Man, y'all see what Jerry said today? How that make you feel? And I see that. Like me personally, I'm probably gonna walk into the office and have a conversation. Honestly, though, because now we have to start to talk about how you even see me.
Right.
Like, am I even part of this family?
Right.
Or do you see me as product?
As property. Right?
Yes. Like that's the tone of what that was.
Yeah.
I went to high school. I went to college. Oh, I was at Nobu yesterday. You could tell CeeDee Lamb I don't want to talk to him any kind of way. Tell him anything.
Tell him anything.
I went to Nobu.
I went to Nobu last night. I ain't worried about nothing. This ain't even on my radar. I ain't sweating this.
Drapes, ain't no way. I'm gonna tell you, ain't no way. If I'm CeeDee Lamb, that I wouldn't have a conversation before even if we renegotiate, I need you to explain that to me.
Right. We gotta have a talk about that
behind
first.
Closed doors.
Yeah. No,
we need to have that conversation.
Hey, hit us up 916-339-1140. You can also text us at the same number. Coming up at the top of the hour is Team USA doing Jason Tatum dirty. I'm a Tatum guy. I admit it. But something just ain't right. This ain't passing the smell test, Steve Kerr. That's coming up at the top of the hour. It's more Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Jason Mraz and the Super Band. Live. The mystical, magical, rhythmical, radical ride. Friday, August 9th. The venue at Thunder Valley. Jason Mraz and the Super Band with special guest Molly Miller Trio. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Jason Mraz and the Super Band in concert. Pick up the new album, Mystical, Magical, Rhythmical, Radical Ride.
Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town.
What was I thinking? I'm getting drunk.
Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Farmerly,
I love you just the way
Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Arby's of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Every fan of every team.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone who follows LeBron, Tatum, and Embiid in the app. Every warrior who's ready to go to battle over three-point percentages. Every streetwear king who's here for the tunnel fits. Every young buck, nugget, and grizzly who wants to take a peek behind the scenes of the league. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth. Download the NBA app today. Available in the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Your water heater. Old, rusty, forgotten. We hardly ever even think about them until there's no hot water. Right now, get incredible rebates up to $3,000 off and financing available for as little as $40 a month. Leave it to Bonnie to crank up the heat.
I'm a very active person that likes to move around and go. The pain I was in was really excruciating. It was actually debilitating. I was basically heading towards a sedentary lifestyle. I had really tried everything, but I quickly lost hope with all of the things that we had tried, and that's what led me to the Good Feet store. And when I found the Good Feet system, it really just changed everything. It brought me back to life. I have my active lifestyle back.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
Paddleboard story,
Yeah,
the
you
full
can
story.
definitely get it in today.
All right, here's the thing, people. I'm going to tell it right now. You listening at home, at work, Sacktown Sports 1140 YouTube. I see you out there. I'm trying to be an outdoorsman. Let me give you a little background of who I am, Jay.
Right. I was going to say,
because you got to set the background.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. I grew up in Philadelphia. Bunch of row houses. Inner city. Tough neighborhood. We never got to experience outdoor activities. Our only outdoor activity was basketball and football.
What's the closest beach to you in Philly? Do you know?
You got to go to Atlantic City.
Okay.
Hour and a half or so. But Atlantic City ain't the kind of beach where you out there surfing and, you got glass broken in the sand and everything. You ain't laying out in AC. They got a nice boardwalk. That's about it in the casinos. But I had never been skiing. I never been on the open water. I remember about 15, 20 years ago, I was talking to my wife at the time. She's like, no, this was probably like 10 years ago. Oh, we should take the kids to the lake. We could go swim in the lake. I was like, who swims in the lake? Like, I ain't swimming in no dirty lake. Like, because we didn't have lakes. I'm just saying, you know how it is, Jay. Like, there was no lakes around.
Yeah.
It was just cement, asphalt. That's it. That's all we had. So when I had kids, Nick, who's 15, Quinn, who's 12, and when we moved out here, I said, one of the reasons I want to move out here, I want to experience all the outdoors.
Right.
I want to go up to Tahoe. I want to learn to ski. I want to ride the snowmobile. I want to jet ski. I want to go to the Folsom Lake. I didn't know lakes could be that. The only lakes I knew were the muddy ones or like Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, like massive ones like that. I didn't know people like really got in the lake like that. And so I came out here, and one of the first things I did was I bought a paddleboard. That seemed to be the thing. I watched people do it, nice and easy. They gliding around the water. I'm like, shoot, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. I mean, all you're doing is standing on the board, right? Also bought a kayak as well. Kayak is easy. I'm the king of the kayak. Your boy can kayak. Olympic sport, kayaking, I might be able to do it.
4 years, you can do it.
4 years. Give me 4 years, big fella. Work up these pythons, these guns. I'll be like, I could do it. But the paddleboarding, that's a different story. So one time before we moved out here, we had like this little, not even a beach, it's like a man-made like pond. And they rented paddleboards, and it's really like in a pool. And so I tried it, and I fell in. And my kids, this was like 6 years ago, they always bring up, Dad, remember that time you fell in? You fell off the paddleboard? So I move out here, Jay, and I'm like, I'm going to handle this paddleboarding. I'm going to become a master paddleboarder. I'm going to do this. So the other night, Wednesday night, I think it was, I said, you know what? I'm going to Lake Natoma, and I'm going to hop on my paddleboard. So I pump it up. I got the electric pump in the back, got my life vest on. I got my little swim shoes on and everything.
You fit it. You look the game.
Right? I'm looking like a Dick's Sporting Goods catalog model. You know what I mean? Your boy was ready.
Boy fit it.
I was ready. So I carried the paddleboard down the ramp, and I didn't know. I thought the ramp was like the whole thing. I didn't know like there was a side of the ramp that dropped off into the water.
What?
Yeah, so I'm walking down the ramp, and I'm
so
like,
what is the ramp? Wood? Is the ramp like what is the
cement?
Ramp? Cement. Okay.
Cement, and it goes into the water, but but it's not the full length. It's just a little spot.
Okay.
And so I go down. I'm carrying my paddleboard. I'm about to put it in the water, and I fall off the side. And so
what were you doing?
No, I was carrying it. I was about to put it in, but then I slipped.
You didn't see? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see that it would fell off.
I mean, you had the trail shoes on, man. What happened?
And people told me beforehand, I was texting somebody, and they said, don't worry if you fall in. It's going to be refreshing. And I'm like, all right. But I didn't expect to fall in before I even got in. You know what I mean? Like, it caught me off guard. So I get, dust myself off. Little 12-year-olds looking at me. I'm feeling embarrassed. And I get on the paddleboard, but I don't get fully on, Jay. I just sit on it.
Okay.
I was too scared to stand up.
What?
So I went out for like an hour on the water, just sitting.
Doggy paddling.
You got your boy 6'2", 270 pounds or whatever, just sitting there paddling like. I was too scared.
Why you didn't stand up, man?
Jay.
Because it
I would have fallen in. I don't have good balance, big fella.
But you had already fell in, so it's kind of like you got it out the way unexpectedly. You're like, okay, they shake that off. All right, you know what?
Right.
My nerves is up a little bit. That got me right. Caught me by surprise. But if that's what it feels like, then I know what it. I know where
I'm
I
worried
can
about
go.
dying too, though, Jay.
Well,
like your boy ain't trying to. I ain't trying to be on KCRA and all the newscasts or anything at 6:00 that night.
Very true.
And so I had my music playing, so I was vibing.
But you don't have it.
I had the vest.
Okay.
I had it.
Okay.
I just didn't trust it. I don't know. And so I tell this story because I got to do it in baby steps. So next time I get out, maybe I'll stand on my knees, like I'll do the knee thing.
Okay.
And then, so my worry is transferring from sitting down to standing up.
That's the hardest part, right?
That's the hardest. I can't do that. My balance is bad, bro.
Have you ever, well, it sounds like you've never surfed, right?
Never surfed.
Yeah, me either. But I know they have the like in building waves or whatever you call that. Like what I'm trying to say, the manufactured wave type situation. There's one
where you can go test it out.
Yeah. Like maybe try that first, where it's in a controlled environment.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, if I fall, I'm doing his hitting the mat up under me in a little bit of water. Maybe try that first. And I think you can begin paddleboarding that way as well.
Yeah.
Compared to, and I know that's not not Mother Nature.
But Jay, dog, I'm from Philly, kid.
I get it.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We tough. I ain't worried about Mother Nature. We got this. You know what I mean? What's a paddleboard? I can do this.
I went to school in 6 feet of snow when I was 7.
Right. But you know what I'd feel like, Jay? I don't know if you know how to swim or not.
Yeah, I know how to swim. I'm from California, Sacramento.
But there's always that
come
one
out like Flipper.
It's always that one old person in the swim class with a bunch of 6-year-olds.
Right.
That's how I would feel if I would take a paddleboarding class.
But it's not a class, Drapes. Hold on. I got to find it. It's not a class. It is. I need to get the proper name. Let's put inside, surfing?
So it's indoor, huh?
Yeah. Indoor surfing, Sacramento. Surf Extreme. They're getting some love now just on the under.
Surf Extreme.
Surf Extreme. That's in Elk Grove.
That sounds like an endorsement to me. Yeah, I'm always thinking, big fella. Always thinking about the dollars.
It's indoor surfing, and I'm pretty sure you've seen them. Like I've seen them at water parks, resorts, and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen them at the water parks and stuff.
Like you go up some stairs on one side, and you got the waves, the automatic waves created, and they're you put your board in, and you learn how to surf, or you move over and get your paddleboard on. Like you gotta, if you can't go deal with the lake, and you're afraid of, the atmosphere,
dude,
then do it in a controlled environment.
I need a controlled environment behind the scenes. Book a private, no cameras, no video phones. I don't want nobody capturing your boy hitting his butt out there. But I'll be back soon, though. It's going to happen again soon. I'm going to go paddleboarding soon. All right, coming up in just a minute, we're going to open up the phone lines too, 916-339-1140. If you got any ideas on how you can help me with paddleboarding or anything like that, surfing, anything like that, hit your boy up. Coming up next, Jason Tatum. Why is Steve Kerr doing him dirty? And I'm not the only one that thinks that. We'll have that and more coming up next. It's the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Are you tired of your tee shots ending up in the adjoining fairway while the rest of your foursome is hitting it down the middle? Well, experts will tell you that being properly fitted for golf clubs will help you strike your drive center cut. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio and its team of trained PGA professionals are ready to help you get rid of your banana balls and duck hooks. Hagen Oaks Indoor-Outdoor Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by September 2nd, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sacktown Sports.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Jay, Sacktown Sports 1140. For a second there, I thought we were like a music radio station because I was just going to let that run. I was going to let that run. You know? Seriously, Jay playing all the throwback cuts here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Whitey, Kevin Gleason, he'll be back on Monday. He's enjoying some family time out there in Hawaii. Don't blame him.
Think he's paddleboarding or you think Whitey gets on the board?
I don't think he'll paddleboard. Nah, I don't think he'll serve for paddleboard or anything like that. I think he can swim, though. He could swim out there, but he ain't getting on no vessel, any kind of device or anything like that. I think he's just a strictly swimmer kind of guy out there. Started off the day talking about Brandon Aiyuk in that situation. Right now, the latest reports have Aiyuk and the Niners re-engaged in negotiations, so that's a positive step in the right direction to keeping Brandon Aiyuk in San Francisco with the 49ers. If anything breaks, of course, we'll have it for you here on Sacktown Sports 1140, The Drive Guys, 916-339-1140. I want to switch gears and go to Team USA. They had a great win yesterday over Serbia. Everybody's calling it an epic comeback. They were down 17 at one point. I believe it was down 11 going into the fourth quarter.
13. I just rewatched it this 13, morning.
Huh? Yeah, it was a classic. I watched it last night too, Jack.
There you go.
It was definitely a classic. But it didn't come without a little bit of controversy. And here's what I'm talking about. They got the win, 95-91. Advanced to the gold medal game. Everybody should be happy, right? Well, not so fast, my friend. For the second time this Olympics, Jason Tatum did not play. Steve Kerr left him on the pine. First matchup against Serbia, he didn't play. Well, yesterday against Serbia, didn't play. Nobody's really talked about it. Hasn't been made a big deal about it, especially yesterday. But now you're seeing people close to Tatum weigh in. And I'm talking about his mother. His mother, Brandy, and I got to pull up the tweet right here, is wondering how come her son didn't play. How come he didn't get out there? Dick Vitale tweeted out, "Someone please let me know. Is Jason Tatum injured, as he hasn't received the playing time you would expect an all-NBA player to get?" That was Dick Vitale saying that. He's questioning it. And rightfully so. If Tatum doesn't play, maybe he's hurt, maybe he's sick, something like that. But Tatum's mom, Brandy, responded on Twitter, quote tweeting Dickie V. "No, he's not. But if you find out what's going on, please let me know. Unacceptable and makes no sense." And I'm here to tell you, because I know Brandy, met her when Tatum was in Boston. I was in Boston. She's 100% right. Steve Kerr's reasoning is that you can't play 12 guys. It's hard to play 12 guys, even in an NBA game. And Steve Kerr, I respect you. I respect your 4 championships as a coach. I respect your 5 as a player, 3 with the Bulls, 2 with San Antonio, I believe. Hell of a coach. Hall of Fame caliber coach, even, for all the success he's had at Golden State. But he's damn wrong about this one, and here's why, Jay. You know a team in the Olympics that has played 12 players every game, I believe?
France.
Team USA women. Even
yes.
against Nigeria, which was a 12, 14-point game, they still found 6 minutes for Sabrina Ionescu. So don't tell me you can't play 12 guys. Tell me, Steve Kerr, you don't want to play 12 guys. And here's the thing about it. Nobody's upset about Tyrese not playing because it's Tyrese. He's young. He's new. He isn't as accomplished. But you could argue Jason Tatum is probably the 4th most accomplished player on Team USA behind Steph, LeBron, and Kevin Durant. How is Devin Booker getting more minutes? How is Anthony Edwards, who was atrocious yesterday in that game?
Yeah, he was.
Dude, did you see him trying to help off, double off, go for steals, and then Serbia would be whack him, hit him with the 3? It's like, stick to the principles. He was freelancing out there. And you can't give Jason Tatum some minutes early on when Serbia is kicking your butt? I understand if you say, I don't want to disrespect him by putting him in a blowout late in the game. You were getting your butts handed to you in that first half. As a coach, you got to throw everything and the kitchen sink to try to get back in. Who knows? Jason Tatum might have come in and hit 3 or 4 threes in a row. Bang, bang, bang. Ignited the offense of Team USA. But no, Steve Kerr once again decided against playing Jason Tatum. And I can only think of one reason why he did it, Jay. Because Tatum's a nice guy. Tatum ain't going to make any waves because we haven't heard from Tatum.
No.
You know what I mean? I tell you what.
Heard from his mom before we heard from him.
But right. If this would have happened to Anthony Edwards, it would have been his agent. It would have been his shoe company.
A-Rod
it would have been, right.
T-Wolves ownership would have called.
Somebody, Stephen A. Smith, like somebody would be making a big deal about this. But because Team USA had a great comeback, nobody's really talking about it, but here I am. I'm talking about it. It is disrespectful what Team USA and more so Steve Kerr is doing to Jason Tatum. I feel like he's doing Tatum dirty. And people will say, well, Drapes, he hasn't played well in the Olympics. He's been struggling. You know who else been struggling before yesterday? Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
But Steph sure is out there. That's your boy. That's your binky. Steph's been out there. Anthony Edwards ain't been that great. He's been all right, but he hasn't been that great.
Embiid struggled a little bit.
Embiid has struggled a little bit. Bam Adebayo has struggled. Anthony Davis. And so what is it about Jason Tatum that makes him think it's okay not to play him? I just said it, ladies and gentlemen. And you can't say, well, they won, or, well, you can't play 12 people because Team USA women do it every game. I just looked at their box scores. They do it every game. Their coach finds a way. It'd be different if Jason Tatum was a second-year player. Jay, this dude was all-NBA first team 3 years in a row.
Man.
Jason Tatum is on the same level, maybe even higher than Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Derek White was not good yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. And don't be like, well, he's playing behind LeBron and KD. Man, you could throw LeBron, KD, and Tatum out there together if you wanted to, and they would be okay. And so I just think Steve Kerr, as great of a coach as he is, as great of a resume as he has, I feel like Team USA is winning in spite of him, Jay. I'm going to just say it like it is.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. And I'm about to have you play this Kendrick Perkins sound coming up in a minute here. After the game, it was Kevin Durant, I think, who said, he was asked about the fourth quarter. What happened in the fourth quarter? Offense got going. He said, basically, we didn't call any plays. We just went out there and hooped. You know what I mean, Jay?
Roll the ball, man. I don't need you no X's and O's.
No X's and O's. Give me the damn ball and get out the way.
Kevin Durant.
Steve in the cuddle drawing up these plays and everything. They get out on the floor. Man, forget that play, dude. You know, like when you got that much talent, all the coaching you got to do basically is making sure everybody's happy, making sure everybody's good.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally substitutions, switch up the starting lineup. And according to Shams, Kevin Durant will be in the starting lineup tomorrow.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Shams
Really?
just reported that Kevin Durant will be in the starting lineup tomorrow. Drew Holiday will move to the bench.
As he should. It's tis the time.
But why do it the first 6-7 games, Jay?
I think
it wasn't time yesterday.
Well, maybe the first couple, but I'm with you. Like quarterfinal, semifinal, after the pool play, KD's starting. And maybe they just tried to keep going with the same rotation and, you know, not change anything. But we're talking about legendary guys like Kevin Durant.
Right. You're talking like he should be in the starting
Step aside.
Drew,
get all the love,
when
defense
we need you
bring
for
it.
defense, here, come on in. When we need the lockdown, you're our guy.
That's it.
But the thing about the matchup with Serbia, and some people will say, man, Drapes, this is a matchup. Nah, Tatum is one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
He could play in any matchup. He could play small ball 4. He could play big ball 2 if you want to go big. And so I felt it was disrespectful for Jason Tatum. Jay, let's get to what Kendrick Perkins had to say about Team USA, the job Steve Kerr's doing, and the unsung hero for Team USA. Here's Perk earlier today.
You know, everyone is criticizing Steve Kerr for not running the offense, but why in the hell would you have to run the offense? And it was a prime example last night. Yesterday, when you have Kevin Durant, when you have Steph Curry, when you have LeBron James, we're talking about 3 guys, in my opinion, that are top 15 greatest players of all time, sharing the floor together. You don't have to run offense with that IQ. You don't have to run offense with that shot-making ability. And look, could Steve Kerr have found minutes for Jason Tatum? Absolutely. But look, at this point in time, he can't get caught up in people's feelings or trying to cater to one individual. Let me tell you who's been an unsung hero throughout this entire tournament. It has been Devin Booker. Devin Booker has been phenomenal. Devin Booker was in the game yesterday when it mattered the most, and he played his role to a T, sliding, getting over screens, holding his corners, spacing the floor, doing everything that he needed to do to be a star in his role to help the team win. At the end of the day, Team USA is undefeated. They haven't lost one game since the Olympics started. And now they're about to go beat the brakes off of France here in a day or so. And, I mean, what complaints do we really have? That was just beautiful basketball yesterday. That was the best game I've seen in the last 5 to 7 years.
Nah, see, but here's the thing, Perk, and Perk's my guy. You know, Perk's allowed to be wrong. His first part was actually right, Jay.
Yes, it was.
And you brought it up too. At this point, you can't be worried about feelings because now you've got to get the goal. You got to get the goal. But this should not have even been an issue last week. Like, because you didn't address it and take care of it last week, now, Jay, you can't go back to Jason Tatum. Now you can't start him. Then it's looking like you're messing with the chemistry. But the thing about what Perk is saying, sure, they won. But I'm not talking about them winning. You know why they won? The last quarter. Where was Tatum in the first half? Well, how come he didn't play in the first half? And somebody tweeted out, and it was interesting. The only Western Conference player who's in like the top 5 or 7, Eastern Conference player who's in the top 5 or 7 in minutes, I think it was Bam Adebayo.
Wow.
Like everybody else is Western Conference.
Man.
You got, or it might have even been Embiid. It might have been Embiid. You got LeBron, Steph, KD, Booker, Ant-Man, AD.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get
Embiid or Bam.
And then you get to some of the so-called lesser Eastern Conference guys.
Wow.
And I wonder, and nobody's saying Tatum should play over Durant or LeBron. I'm not saying that. You could play with.
He should be playing with
you. He could play with them. You could play him at the 2. LeBron's almost a de facto 1 on the offensive end. And I just wonder, is there some Celtics bias going on in Team USA hoops? Now, you would think this is a Boston radio show because I'm guarantee you this is the conversations they're having out there right now. They always think it's them against the world.
Right.
Everybody's against them.
As they should, though.
That's how they feel. That's how they feel. But on this case, I understand that. How is Tatum a top 5 player in the NBA, top 7 if you want to argue about it, I'll give you that, missing 2 games? 2 games. I got another one for you, Jay. DNP CD. I got another one for you, Jay. I'm going to pull it up right now. Out of the last several Olympics, let me pull this up.
You know what's
the player? Yeah. The players who have not played in a game, the players who did not see action, American players. Here it is. Hoops Hype put it out. American players with multiple DMPs at the Olympics this century. So we're talking 2000, 4, 8,
Brazil
12,
and on out.
All that. Yep. Emeka Okafor.
As he shouldn't have. No disrespect.
Harrison Barnes.
As he shouldn't have. No disrespect.
Jeremy Grant.
As he shouldn't have. No disrespect.
Keldon Johnson.
As he shouldn't have. No disrespect.
JaVale McGee.
As he shouldn't have. No disrespect. That's my guy.
Tyrese Halliburton.
No, as he shouldn't have. No disrespect.
And Jason Tatum.
That
You see what I'm saying, Jay? So for Steve Kerr to say, you know what, you can't play 12 guys, okay, we get it. But why is Jason Tatum should not be on this list with all those other players? Steve Kerr, they are winning in spite of him. This could be, if they would have lost that game, this would be an international incident.
Absolutely.
This would be all we're talking about
NATO,
today.
call NATO.
Right. Somebody, hey, intervention. He would have been fired yesterday. Pulled him off the bench.
Absolutely.
But for some reason, people are like, well, because they won, you know, he's doing a good job. And I'm like, they're kind of winning in spite of him. I just listed the players who have multiple DMPs at the Olympics this century. None of those guys can't hold Jason Tatum's jockstrap.
No.
This is an all NBA. This is a future Hall of Famer.
Tatum arguably could be starting.
Right.
You could literally look at it as, and let me ask you, Drapes, you could jump in 916-339-1140. I think Steph is a guarantee, LeBron is a guarantee, and KD's a guarantee. Now, after that, I'm taking arguments.
Right.
You have to have a big fella.
Okay.
So you have to have him beat AD or Bam.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Who else should be starting?
Is Steph I would say probably, if I'm being truthful, based on talent, it should be Tatum.
Okay.
But you probably want a defensive-minded guy. You know, whether it's...
So who is that?
Is it Drew Holiday? Is it Booker?
I think it's, if you're not giving me Tatum, I think you're giving me Booker.
Right.
Like, that's kind of where I'm at. And that's, for me, and we've seen KD hasn't started because he's came into the Olympics with an injury.
Yeah.
So they kind of kept the rotation at the same point. Again, no disrespect to Drew Holiday. Dude is a baller.
Right.
He should not be starting over Jason Tatum.
Not over Jason Tatum.
No disrespect to Derek White. He should not be playing over Jason Tatum. No disrespect to guys like, Tyrese. And I think if you ask Tyrese if we got him on, he'd be like, look, I'm here for the ride.
Right.
I'm learning. This is my first time.
He knows.
2028, catch me. Because Steph might be on his way out. LeBron might not be playing.
Yep.
You know, now it's my turn. The ball is in my hand.
Yes.
You know, I'm a wily veteran at that point.
Yes.
I just can't understand and see where Steve Kerr doesn't understand that Jason Tatum is not a starter on this team. And if not, he's a 6th, 7th man, especially when you play Serbia.
Right.
Like, Serbia is not huge. They're not that big. So Jason Tatum fits perfectly. And you've already said he can play 1 through 5 in a small ball format.
Right. Exactly. And here's the thing, Jay. What people fail to remember, Jason Tatum won a gold medal in 2021 in Tokyo.
This is second. He was what Tyrese was in 2020.
But here's the thing, Jay. In the gold medal game, Tatum scored 21 points. 21. So in the biggest game of the tournament, Tatum had 21. So people can't tell me, well, Jason Tatum is struggling. It's Jason Tatum. He's earned the right to, even if he is struggled, you don't go away from him. Steph struggled, stuck with him.
Right.
We've seen Embiid struggle at times, stick with him. Bam and AD. I mean, and it leads me to believe, and Gilbert Arenas brought up something interesting, Jay. I'm going to have you load up that sound. Gilbert Arenas wondered, is there a Celtics bias going on in Team USA hoops? That's the question I'm asking. 916-339-1140. And I'm not trying to defend the Celtics or anything like that. People say, well, Drapes, you worked in Boston, so you're biased. I didn't want the Celtics to win this championship. I was salty. I was not pulling for them to win the title this past year. I wanted somebody else. I didn't want the Celtics to win. But when you look at Jason Tatum, 2 DMP CDs, and the fact that they left Jaylen Brown off, arguably 2 of the top 15 players in the league, Finals MVP, Eastern Conference MVP, and you left both of them off, something's wrong. Something's amiss here. Something's wrong. Here's Gilbert Arenas earlier talking about the 2 Celtics and what an offseason it's been for them. You would think after winning the championship, you'd be riding high. Not these 2 Celtics. Here's Gilbert Arenas.
And the bad part about it is no matter the gold, the narrative is going to be
Jason
Tatum and how this team was played. That's going to be the question.
It's been a bad year for Jason, man.
So I know that's all. Remember I told you, I said, man, for some motherfuckers who won championships, the 2 star players,
bad year, right?
This has been a bad summer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like it's not like they got to enjoy the summer ride out like hell yeah. We some champ. They both sitting there, both champs. It's like,
first of all, he got 2 DMPs on the Olympic team.
Yeah, and that was Rashad McCants with him as well. 2 DMPs on the Olympic team. Your NBA Finals MVP, not even on the squad. It's right for Tatum's mom to be upset. It's understandable for Celtics fans to be hot. And somebody from the 916 just texted in. The only bias I hear is Drapes and his green underoos. That's clearly somebody that doesn't know me. Because in the Draper household, there are 3 Celtics fans, and Drapes ain't one of them. I'm not a Celtics fan. 916-339-1140. Hit us up. 916, somebody said, I understand wanting Tatum to get minutes, and the argument could easily be made as to why Tatum or Hallie is on the team if they're never playing. What other 2 players would Steve Kerr prefer to be on the team for those guys? I think yesterday's lineups were working, though, so I understand Tatum not playing. I disagree with that. See, we're having revisionist history. It worked in the 4th quarter. But when they were getting their butts kicked in the first half, it sure as hell wasn't working. When Anthony Edwards was gambling for everything like he was at the blackjack table at Circa in Vegas, that wasn't working. So I just don't understand. And the only thing I can comprehend and figure out, Jay, is that Tatum's a good soldier. He's not going to make waves. He's not going to complain. He's not going to whine and moan in the media or anything like that. He understands the mission. The mission is to get the gold. He's going to be salty, though. And I guarantee you that Jason Tatum we see this upcoming season is going to be on a vengeance.
Yeah.
First of all, he feels disrespected not getting Finals MVP. Led the team in points, rebounds, and assists. Didn't get Finals MVP. Now he's getting DMP CDs? That's disrespect.
You think he's getting ready to go all out next season?
I think so.
You think he's here to prove something?
I think he's here to prove something because knowing Tatum the way I do, and I was texting somebody in Boston about this the other day. The knock on Tatum throughout his career is that sure he can get his, but can he make other people better? He's not winning the championship. So his mindset was, I'm going to do some of the other things. I'm a rebound. I'm going to assist. I'm going to defend. Tatum's the type, he can get 30
anytime
he
as
wants.
They say, jump out the bed.
Right, but that hadn't led to winning basketball.
Right.
So he sort of took his foot off the gas scoring-wise. I would believe Tatum's going to be right around 30 points per game this upcoming season. He's going to be up in the MVP, top 3 MVP. He is going to be on a warpath, I think.
Do you believe in, I had to think about it. Popovich was the coach in 2020, right?
Yeah, Popovich.
Do you think Kerr's one and done? Is he out because of the Tatum, because of kind of like what Gilbert and Kendrick have been talking about? Team USA, this story has taken away some of the oomph, some of the entertainment, some of the flash of Team USA. And of course, some of that is done by them because they've played very well up until yesterday, minus 1 quarter. Do you think Kerr gets the nod next time? Or do you think it like Spo probably takes over?
Yeah, I think this
or, Hurley from UConn.
Yeah, I think this is it for Steve Kerr.
Because you can't not give superstars time and come back without that lame excuse that he's given.
Right. And somebody on the 510 just weighed in. Hey, Tatum has started and hasn't played well. This ain't AAU, got to find minutes for kids or their mom starts crying.
He ain't even had that much time.
It ain't even. And we're talking about Jason Tatum. Would you be okay if Steph Curry didn't play a game? Steph Curry fans would be all up in arms. What are you doing? You can't be. Steph Curry was struggling before yesterday's game.
Yeah.
So it's embarrassing, and somebody from the 916 agrees. It's embarrassing and disrespectful to Tatum. There's really no excuse for him not to be top 6 in minutes. It's a stain on this medal chase. And here's the thing. I just laid out the argument that Team USA women, they're
playing
everybody.
Everybody.
Even if it's only 6 minutes.
Yeah, they're playing everybody.
Get your feet wet. Get a little sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Like Steve Kerr is coaching this like he got James Wiseman on his bench or something. You know what I mean, Jay? Like, this is an all-star. This is the best team in the world. And you're telling me Tatum and Tyrese can't?
Everybody should be playing.
Can't get a few minutes?
I'm with the whole point of everyone should be playing, Drapes. Like, Tyrese should – all these guys should be logging minutes.
Yes.
No matter what. It was a point in time Tyrese was playing – like, he was in the second five rotation, right? Then Derek White came in and they kind of pushed that to the side. But Tatum, if there's anyone that's on this team – and, no disrespect to Derek White, no disrespect to Tyrese, because I love Tyrese. But I think those two for me would be, you're here when we're up by 20, go get it. We're up by 15, Tyrese, put the ball in his hand. Like, if there's anyone, Derek White should be the 12th guy. Right. And I get his defensive prowess, but he was borderline not on this team. Like, Tyrese was already part of this team.
Right.
So that's my thing with Derek White. And I know he brings different things to the table that Tyrese doesn't. I understand that. But Jason Tatum is on a whole nother level.
And here's the thing. Last point on this, Jay. I can understand tightening the rotation late in the game.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But first half,
yeah.
Let's see who got it cooking.
Everybody
Let's
balling.
go. Yeah, you just never know. But to not give the dude minutes in the first half when you were getting your butt handed to you, when only Steph Curry was playing well, that to me, that's not good coaching. And, Steve Kerr, I don't know what's going to happen Team USA, but I can't imagine if Tatum wants to play in 2028, if I'm him, it's either me or him. If you want me to play, this dude can't be.
Gotta go.
I'm not going through that again.
Yeah.
I'm not going through that again.
Spectator.
Yes. 916-339-1140. Hit us up. We got more on Jason Tatum not playing Team USA. Also, what Olympic event needs to go ASAP? I better not see this in LA in 4 years. I'll tell you what I'm talking about next on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system? and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost, or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area, A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Hey, movie fans, it's time to get your tickets to see Borderlands, the IMAX experience at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
It's on the weirdest, most dangerous dumpster fire of a world in the universe. God, I hate this planet.
The best-selling video game of all time hits the big screen with a ragtag team of misfits on an epic adventure to achieve unimaginable power. Don't miss opening weekend of Borderlands in front of the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen. Grab your tickets early at IMAX.com/Sacramento and reserve your seats today. Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town.
What was I thinking? I'm getting drunk on the plane.
Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Harmony, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
Labor Day savings now at Maida Chevy with $12,000 off MSRP on every new Silverado half-ton Turbo Max in stock after rebates.
$12,000 off every Silverado LT Turbo Max at Maida Chevy with at least 5 at this price.
Labor Day savings up to $12,000 off MSRP exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. Must trade in 2010 model year or newer. Ends 9/3/24.
Made a great deal of Maida.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
The Good Feet Store in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Jay on Sacktown Sports. 11:40 is the Drive, guys. Kevin Gleason, Whitey will be back on Monday. He's in Hawaii right now, enjoying some vacation, a little R&R. Paddleboard.
Bodyboard.
Right? Drapes and Jay here. Hit us up, 916-339-1140. People weighing in on the Jason Tatum situation. Also on Brandon Aiyuk. Somebody said 916. All I was saying is the third and fourth quarter lineups work, but I was saying Kerr is clearly biased against Tatum. How is D. White getting more minutes than Tatum? I love Ant, but he had 3 turnovers in that second quarter in the span of 4 or 5. I don't understand how Tatum doesn't get minutes right there. I agree. Like Anthony Edwards was not working yesterday, especially in that first half. You should have went back to Jason Tatum. Tatum should be in there. I want to keep going with the Olympics, and some people have already weighed in on this, Jay. There needs to be one Olympic sport that needs to go. They tried it. Good job, good effort.
Gave it a shot.
But it needs to go.
I think I know where you're going.
You know where Amadrock thinks golf should be eliminated. Nah,
I'm with that too.
I'm watching golf. Bro. I watched it this morning.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
I watch it every morning. Every morning. My girl Nellie Corder. I watch it. The one sport that needs to go.
Rock climbing.
Nah, because I'm okay with rock climbing. And let me tell you why. Because it doesn't make me feel any kind of way. All right, it's rock climbing. Okay.
Air rifle.
Nah, that takes some skill.
Okay.
That's competitive. But breakdancing, or breaking as they call it.
You're about to witness 2 of the best breakers in the world. This is guaranteed to be a good one. Both so well-rounded.
Dude, they well-rounded.
Overall, amazing B-girls.
Unbelievable.
What's your take? What's going on with your breaking game, man?
Melly Mel is rolling over in his grave. African Bambaataa is like, what the hell is going on here? Turbo from breaking is like, I didn't sacrifice for Amy, Nika, and Chinese breakdancers 671.
Come on, man.
No, that's
not
Turbo,
Turbo.
right?
Not Turbo, man.
Like, here's the thing, Jay, and you and I were texting about this earlier. I grew up in the breaking era.
Yeah.
I used to walk around Philly, the neighborhood, with the cardboard, the boom box, and everything like that. But I'm watching the breaking today on the Olympics, and that's not what we were doing back in the day.
That's not what you was doing?
And that's not. And in fact, the kids in the hood that originated this don't even do it anymore because it's lame. It's not. You know what breaking is in the USA right now? It's the dude in Times Square with a bucket on the side, a jar, looking to get some money. It ain't no Olympic sport, Jay. It ain't. Breaking is now an Olympic sport? Bro, this is something you do. You're a street performer.
Yeah.
You ain't no Olympic athlete. Come on, man.
You're down
Jay.
to Santa Monica.
Right.
You down to Venice.
You on Venice Beach with a snake around your neck, breakdancing, looking to get pennies in the bucket. This is not an Olympic sport.
Well, this with a python on your neck.
You saw that? You know that's true. I'm just saying.
You know what, man? I'm sitting. It's in the background. Hold on. A little play-by-play. We get a little play-by-play. Could you play-by-play breaking? Could you play-by-play breaking?
Play-by-play?
Yeah, like would you play-by-play breaking?
Heck no. What do you say? I don't even know what to say. Like, and this is how you know breaking. I said it was gentrified in our text.
Yeah, it is.
Like breakdancing, it used to be authentic, street culture, from the hood, a way to express yourself, and maybe it still is, but now it's been sort of misappropriated.
Yeah.
Here's why you know breaking should not be in the Olympics, and it's corny. That's right. I'm going to say the word corny.
It is corny.
It's corny.
Yeah, it is.
Here's how you know. I'm on the Olympics website right now, Jay. Guess what they call the men's and women's divisions?
Girls and gals. I mean, gals and pals.
B-boys and B-girls.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Beautiful body nose there.
It's that body nose.
Hold on, I gotta put my headphones back in there. They came out. Hold on, Jay. This is too funny. This is too.
Let me real talk though. Real talk. the first initial thing that I saw when I started watching breaking, because I'm like, okay, I want to see it. I got to see if it's interesting. I want to see the setup, the stage. You know, is it going to be you got served like a crew versus another crew? You know, is a Marion going to bounce out? I was trying to see how this thing was going to be. And the very first one, there were two young ladies, and it was someone from Lithuania and a young lady from United States.
Okay.
And I guess considered, and this was, I'm playing here in the background a little bit. First things first, and you know this.
Yeah.
Breaking, hip hop, graffiti, all of that, you had to have the look. You had to have the flair, the style, the sauce, right? These young ladies had on geriatric Nikes. Like, and I say that in the form of this.
They had no Air Maxes
Come
at least
on, man.
like that?
They literally had waiter and waitress shoes on. They had,
you said the Reeboks, the black Reeboks,
the New Balances, right, man. Like, B-boys and B-girls don't wear that.
Yeah,
they don't wear that. You know, give me some shell toes, give me some Air Maxes. New Balance has got some fly kicks now.
Yeah,
you can give me some Sauconys. I don't care what you got to give me. But I'm sitting there looking at the kicks, and that was the first thing that caught my eye. And I'm like, nah, that's not it. These are the Nikes that grandpas have on.
Right.
You know,
the old man shoes, the orthotic joints.
Right. You got to put the orthotic. You need a shoehorn to get them on. Like, that's the type of Nikes they was wearing.
Like, I don't understand who was on the committee advocating for this. Curtis Blow wasn't. Curtis Blow was not. He was not. Consulted about this.
Nah, he wasn't.
I just don't understand it, man. And I gave it a shot this morning. You and I were watching it at the same time, probably.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is corny.
It is.
This is corny. Like,
gentrified breakdancing is what you call it.
That's what I call it. That's really what it is. It's like, you know,
they knock down the tenements. They knock down the PJs. They bought fresh townhouses, Jamba Juice, and Starbucks. And now they want you, go ahead, man. Go ahead and break dance out there too.
You know what it's like, Jay. And you've had restaurants and seen restaurants. They open up in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mom and pop running it, you know it. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes in, buys it up, makes it into a chain. It went from like Popeyes, the first Popeyes, to now it's mass produced. Like, it's just not the same. It's not the culture.
It's not.
And maybe they trying to show respect. I hope that's, part of it. But the people you trying to show respect to, they got to be thinking it's corny too. Like, nah, this ain't what we didn't do this so that it could be recognized there. The reason why breakdance and hip hop, all that rap was so great and so authentic is because it represented the struggle. It was something, passion behind it. Now, if any mom and pop can, win an Olympic medal, how'd the Lithuanian get the silver? How Team USA ain't even placed?
They ain't placed.
They ain't even placed.
And you know what it reminded me of? The very first thing, my daughter's a cheerleader. Your daughter's a cheerleader.
Yep.
And one of the funniest movies, if you had an opportunity, is Bring It On.
Bring It On.
You ever see? And the coach that was going around to all these different places, if you haven't seen Bring It On, it was like this one coach, he was jumping around from all these different schools in the area and throughout the country and teaching the same routine over and over. Yeah. And people were talking about spirit fingers.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Where you stick your hands out and you wiggle your fingers. And that was like a big deal. And people crack jokes about it. That's the first thing I thought about. Like, man, these two look like Spirit Finger Cat. Like the dude who was talking to tell people and bringing on, put Spirit Fingers out.
It ain't the same.
It's not.
It's not, man.
The young lady from Lithuania had a wave cap on. She had the vest like Monty McNair. Right. The young lady from the
USA. She ordered off Amazon, probably. You can't. Turbo ain't go to Amazon to get his gear.
The young lady from USA had khaki, like she was going at a private school uniform. I was like, this ain't it.
This ain't it. This ain't what we're trying to accomplish. Nah. Hey, I'm going to open up the phone lines next, man. 916-339-1140. Jay, I'm going to take a quick break. I see you guys on the text line and YouTube chat which Olympic sport needs to go, and why is it breaking? We got more Drive Guys coming up next.
Where do you go when you need someone to represent you? For me, you want someone that is local and that you can actually get to and talk with. There are plenty of big branded lawyers out there with the name, but you never get to talk to them. So go to saclegaldefense.com and connect with the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez. He's local, he'll represent you, and he'll have your back. Whether it's expungements, wrongful termination, when you're in a spot when you need legal help, call the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez at 916-304-9187.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine. The Gold Rush Classic is a celebrity pro-am golf tournament, a $1 million hole-in-one contest, the Harrah's Celebrity Challenge, a draft party, a farm-to-fork dinner, and a concert under the stars. The Gold Rush Classic takes place August 22nd and 23rd in Rancho Murrieta. Come join the fun, raise money for charity, and play golf with a celebrity like Tim Brown, Mervyn Fernandez, Greg Lloyd, Michael Merriweather, Reggie Theus, Greg Ostertag, Olden Polynice, or our own Greg Vaughn. The Gold Rush Classic is sponsored by Harrah's Northern California. Harrah's Northern California is the presenting sponsor of the 2024 Celebrity Challenge. Check out our newest game, Hot Seat Jackpot, and join us for a casual, elegant dining experience at Louis Oliver's. Harrah's Northern California. Fast action fun. Gold Rush Classic golf and concert sponsorships are still available at goldrushclassic.org.
Only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Jay, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Drive Guys. Hit us up 916-339. Jay from the text line. Wow. This is from the 209. You guys are really walking a fine line here. Are you saying only a certain few should breakdance?
Nope.
No, nobody said that, did we? Did we say that? I ain't say that at all. I ain't say that at all. I'm just saying I don't like it as an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
It ain't. It's,
wasn't near.
It's not a sport, first of all. It's an activity. It's, it's I don't know. I can't get into it. It's just not the same as what I grew up with. And I watch sometimes. I don't know if you've looked on YouTube. There are dance crews that break dance to certain songs, and I check them out. And I'm watching them, and I'm really into it. I'm watching it on YouTube, replaying it and everything. I'm saying what I saw at the Olympics today just wasn't it. That just wasn't it. 916, who in the Olympic Committee thought that breakdancing as an Olympic sport was going to be a good idea? I mean, someone had to really think this was going to be a great idea. And I just don't somebody had to advocate for it.
Absolutely.
Somebody had to, lobby for it. Who was it? That's what I want to know.
You know what'd be interesting? And this is I was, and I always say Crazy Legs Hirsch, who was one of the best known B-boys to ever touch a piece of cardboard. He was super excited for it. Like I had saw it over in New York. Of course, he's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Pioneer, and he was like, look, man, I'm super excited to see how it turns out. I'm super excited to see, how it plays out, and was very, very proud of some of the things, set the foundation that he's done. I'd be interested to have Crazy Legs, and maybe we have to get him on here next week or so, just to kind of get his feeling on what he saw. Like the action wasn't fast. Normally, and I'm glad you brought up dance crew situation, Drapes, is when you watch dance crews, I lived in LA for almost 11, 12 years. My daughter was part of, a couple of dance crews in Los Angeles. And it was always faster. It was always a faster pace. It was always, you versus me. I didn't see that today. I didn't really get that. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And again, I watched the one-on-one battle, and then I saw like a little group battle where it was 2 or 3 people. But b-boying, breakdancing, it was about the circle. It was about the atmosphere, like they didn't have that today.
Yeah.
They just put them on a stage. If you visualize, there was a circle stage that was up, maybe raised on a platform, I don't know, 5 feet. And then there were 2 or 3 TV screens, big screens behind them. And it was like a matted circle that you look like, maybe like a sumo ring type situation. And they would just put 2 people up there. It wasn't breakdancing. The people behind it, the people being close to you.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it, man. Like Tommy the Clown down in LA, shouts out to him pioneering it, those type of battles. I just thought it was lackluster. It was slow.
Yep.
The music, as I just played, give me some turbo.
Here you go, Jay. You brought up Crazy Legs. The New York Post caught up with Crazy Legs. He said, I heard some of the music and it was trash.
There you go.
It was just a modern kind of breakbeat. You could tell is computerized. There was no funk or soul. It leaves the dancers having to find a vibe. He goes on to say the Olympics was never the ultimate goal. It was about community, having fun and not having anything else. That's what us black and brown people do. He went on to say, he said, when you're far from the people, Jay, like you were talking about, it's harder because you're not feeling the energy. Out in the community, that's where you can be the freest. You're feeling the energy, the crowd hyping you up.
Yeah.
This was more corporate kind of.
It was
more
packaged. That's a great word.
Yeah,
it's a great word.
It was packaged. And so this isn't about who was doing the breakdancing. It was about the way it was packaged. Like, and maybe in LA, you could do some things next Olympics. Yeah, in LA, you could do some things.
But, this the other part of this, Drapes. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity. And like you said, sometimes you go down the rabbit hole and get lost.
Yeah.
I've seen dance crews from Paris.
That's
and
true.
They get down.
They get down.
Like, there's some cats out of Paris that, do their thing. I think the way it was set up, and I like the word corporate. It looked like a and I know this is Olympics. I get it. I understand that. But they put the surfing 9,000 miles away in Tahiti for a reason. Right? They did the volleyball up under the Eiffel Tower for a reason. Yeah. Atmosphere, look. I just thought they could have did a better job. I don't know if they could have put a green screen behind them. I'm not sure if you put them, with next to a building and tag it. I just thought the presentation wasn't there, and it was very lackluster. Man, corporate is a perfect word.
Yeah, I agree with you. Is JR on line 2 on this?
Yes.
He got something. JR, you're on with Drapes and Jay. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's up, Big Drake?
What's up, big dog? How you been?
Good, my man. What's up, Jay? Hey, I'm all up for Electric Boogaloo or Electric Boogaloo 2. I will watch those all day, but it was not a venue for you got to judge someone and give them an award. I don't know how you do that. That you can't have that. It's not a sport. It's fun to watch as a dance. Well, come on, we're going to introduce every dance that we have in the world.
Right.
Right? But I think they had to drop something in order to put it in. I want to say baseball was dropped recently.
Baseball was that was a few Olympics ago, though, right?
Yeah, but
and it's coming back.
It's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back, but they'll have to drop something else for it to come back. If I understand their rules, which who knows what they drink in the back rooms when they make the rules on what's going on. But it's fun to be entertained by it. But you're right, the venue very corporate. I mean. Yeah, you just had a stage situation that you're like, okay, whatever. They might even already decided the winners before they actually went out and did their routine, for God's sake.
Yeah. Maybe, how about this, JR and Jay? Maybe you let the crowd or you bring in some real, like, the judges, let's say that they had.
Mm-hmm.
maybe bring them closer or something. Like, or bring a crowd out there with them, because breakdancing to me isn't, like you were saying, Jay, and Crazy Legs said this, it's not just about the performer, it's about the energy that you create to environment.
Yeah.
And exactly. And if you create that environment, maybe that's part of the scoring also. You know what I mean? Who got everybody the hypest or something like that?
Yeah. You need J.J. Walker coming back in and being the judge on that kind of stuff.
Dynamite, huh?
Dynamite.
All right, JR. Go back to your bar, wherever you hanging out right now, big fella. Of course, lights are cold for you. Go ahead, man.
It wasn't something that I found entertaining. And I'm not a fan of every single sport, but the Olympics are something like, you know why? I'm not sitting around every weekend watching kayaking.
Right.
But during the Olympics,
let me check it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I might sit on the couch, the man cave or something. Let me take a look at, these gentlemen or these young ladies rowing down the river, or like I said, air rifle. I'm not in the mode of watching someone shoot an air rifle.
Right.
But okay, I'll check it out this time. There was nothing about it that I can be like, you know what? That's a building step. That's a piece of foundation that they could take this and move on.
Right.
And I go back to the word gentrification, and I thought it was very corporate. It didn't have the feel of what breakdancing is.
Right.
And it's almost like you took football and you turned it into a 7-on-7 in the Olympics.
With
no
pads.
With no, and no flags.
Yeah, no flags.
Don't even two-hand touch it. Just when you catch it, stop, let's go. To the next. It was like, they dumbed it down so much that I didn't get the understanding of what they were trying to do. And on top of that, Drapes, I was confused by the scoring.
I had no idea.
Like if you hit a handstand and you hold it, you got a point.
Right.
If you spun on your head and then posed at the end, you got a point. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
All break dancers can do that.
Right. That's kind of basic.
Yeah, I didn't get the artistic value. Like one thing I'll tell you about this, Drapes, you talk about gymnastics or swimming, places where it's like, oh, that's a minor penalty. I don't claim to understand how someone on a pommel horse messes up, besides the fact they fell off or you stumble or something we can count. People, look at their legs, their knees aren't bent straight. The hand placement isn't there. We don't see that to the naked eye 9 times out of 10. This, I was like, man, what are these people doing?
Did you see the one? I don't know where this woman was from, but
Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, man. She gonna be.
You can't tell me she the best breakdancer Australia got to offer, right?
Man, she is getting cooked on social network.
Oh man. Hey man, hit us up 916-339-1140. Coming up next here on The Drive, guys, we got a Brandon Aiyuk update. Things are still progressing here. It looks like he may remain with the Niners. I got the latest for you here. It's The Drive, guys, Sacktown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Get in on the action at Sky River Casino. With over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and a thrilling high-limit room, you'll enjoy a casino experience on a whole new level. Just minutes from Sacramento, right off Highway 99 in Elk Grove. Join in the fun. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Insurance companies perform a very valuable service, but they want to keep their money. Although most cases settle before trial, it is paramount that the insurance companies know that if pressed, your legal team has the experience to take your case all the way. For 25 years, Ashton and Price has earned the reputation that if the insurance company isn't fair, we're ready to force them to be fair. My mom used to warn me, wait till dad gets home. Think of us as dad. The best part, there's no fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber, down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sacktown Sports. Live on locals 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Jay going old school with us right now. He going throwbacks. He going back in the day here on the Drive Guys Sacktown Sports 1140. Coming up next hour, we got Emran Pilati in the 5 o'clock hour from True Sports Cards. He'll be stopping by, chopping it up with us. Started off the show talking about Brandon Aiyuk and the current situation with the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like the marriage may still be on. Seems like both sides have gone back to the drawing board, the table, the bargaining table. Tom Pelissero tweeted out, the 49ers have made a renewed effort in recent days to strike a long-term deal with Brandon Aiyuk. The situation is fluid. Other teams, including Pittsburgh, still in the mix, but a return to San Francisco appears increasingly possible. Aiyuk apparently weighed in. Niners be in the media every day. It's 2 options out there. Pick one and stop dropping reports. Simple. Aiyuk calling out some people for their reporting. It got to be crazy to sit back and listen to everything that's being said. Everybody opining, including the Drive Guys, about your future, what should or shouldn't happen. Is he being greedy and everything like that? The last we heard was that the Niners wanted 26, offered 26. TJ Hushmanzada, his wide receiver coach, his workout coach, said, dang, they can't even give my man 28. All he's asking for is 28. This is what he said yesterday in a radio interview. So it seems to me $2 million is probably not that far apart. Somewhere in the middle, 27.5, 28, a little larger signing bonus. Maybe a little more on the guarantee. There are ways to make this thing work, Jay, where it's not just, all right, Aiyuk wants 30, Niners want 26, and that's it. Well, you sweeten the guarantee a little bit. Give me a little bit more signing bonus. There seems to be ways to get this deal done.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it hasn't, today. And it's funny, our 49er insider, Emil Fergoso, gave me a shout about, 35 minutes or so ago. And I'm like, oh, you must be delivering some Aiyuk news. He's like, oh, nah, but I'm just letting you know if something jumps off. He just let me know he's available. And I think that's how, minute to minute this situation is right now.
Yeah.
I use that as an example. I just believe if they've come back to the table and have had conversations, two things are probably going to happen. They're either going to say, we got to figure this out, or they're either going to say, this is it. This is it. We're looking across from each other around the round table, and we either figure this out moving forward so we don't have to keep continuing this, take this into next week on Monday, or, we're going to have a conversation with a few other teams. And Diana Rossini of NFL Network, she just said the Pittsburgh Steelers have not engaged in trade conversations with the 49ers in the last 24 hours. In the meantime, the 49ers have opened up contract talks with Aiyuk and his agent, as many are reporting. So they're not even talking to other teams, it doesn't sound like right now.
Right. It was interesting about this. And we heard the reports that they're, renegotiating, talking again. And that gives Niners fans a reason for optimism, and that's understandable. But then Aiyuk on IG regarding his contract situation with the Niners, and I just read it. He said, quote, it's two options out there. Pick one and stop dropping reports. Simple. Who's that a message to, Jay?
The team.
That's the message. So they may be talking, but it all ain't, kumbaya, Ubuntu, we all in this together and all of that. Like our insider, Emil Fergoso, tweeted out about 18 minutes ago. How I interpret this, quote, either pay me or trade me, Niners. Make up your mind, but stop dropping reports and let's get this done already.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't say, and I said this a couple of hours ago in our first hour, I'd be remiss to think, even if they hold on to Aiyuk, there's a little bad blood.
Yeah.
They're going to have to go back to Aiyuk and his squad, his family. Like you said, we're going to have to sweeten up the pot. Your girlfriend and your children, we're going to have to bring you up to the bigger suite this year.
Right.
We're going to have to make sure you got a closer parking spot.
You're going to get the same treatment as CMC or something like that. You know what I mean?
You get the parking spot this year that, one of our coaches got. Like, something's going to have to give. And if TJ Houshmandzadeh is correct, and he's talking about the proper number at 28, man.
If 28 could get it done, Jay, what are we doing all this?
The Niners need to stop. They really
doing
do.
all this. Exactly. And here's your chance to weigh in, 916-339-1140. Weigh in on the Brandon Aiyuk situation. I will say this, because we've talked about it before. The Niners always got some sort of drama.
Yeah, they do.
And they've done a hell of a job overcoming that during the season. The Bosa situation, Trey Lance, Jimmy G, everything. Like, there's always some drama out there with the Niners. But when they line up in between the lines, they usually handle their business. But this feels different from Bosa, Jimmy G, all the other dramas that they've had. Because you have a player talking through social media. It's not like Trent Williams, who's just chilling at home, quiet.
Yeah. He knows he gets his money. And at the same time, and I also think this too, and I'm not saying this because this would be, against the rules with Christian McCaffrey. I'm pretty sure the calf might not be 100%.
Yeah.
But you put that on the list, and go ahead and sit down for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
you're a veteran. You've been there.
We don't need you to play. And I think that's the Trent situation where, for me, I think Trent is just chilling. And it's going to take 1 week. I'm working out, coach. I'm sending you tapes. I'm good to go. I'm on my broccoli and my asparagus game right now. Eating my salmon. I'm fine. I'm in playing shape. I just need to come out, hit a couple of defensive linemen for a week, and I'll be good to go. This one's different, man. It really is. We're at a point with Brandon Aiyuk where it has become personal, where it's crossed the line with social network style. This guy is in-house, meaning he's at the stadium, he's at practice, and things are still not getting done. His agent has now come in town as of a day and a half ago, Ryan Williams. I just don't know how they have not been able to hash this out if they're arguing over $2 million, man. Like, it sounds like IU wants 30, the team is at 26, so there's 4 to play with.
Right.
Someone's going to have to come off the schneid, as they say, and say, okay, look, I'm willing to take this, but I'm with you, Drapes. Get creative. Go Bobby Bonilla style.
Right.
Do I got to pay you after you retire another $1 million for 5 years?
Yeah.
That is, and again, we don't count pockets here, but that's chump change to the 49ers.
It's unbelievable that here we are, first preseason game tomorrow. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. But your star wide receiver, one of the top 10 wide receivers in the NFL, you can't give him an extra couple million to get this done? Think about it like this, Jay. If the Niners are offering 26 and he's asking for 28 over a 4-year contract, let's say, that's basically an $8 million difference you guys are apart on. Man, throw that into a signing bonus and let's go. Throw that into some more guarantees and let's go. Like, it just does not make sense. We got much more in the Aiyuk situation. Plus, we'll look ahead to tomorrow's game against the Titans. None of the big guns really playing, but what are 3 things that we're looking for as the Niners take on the Titans? It's the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And, of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning, still with the most variety of table games in the region. And, as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Your water heater, old, rusty, forgotten, we hardly ever even think about them until there's no hot water. Right now, get incredible rebates up to $3,000 off and financing available for as little as $40 a month. Leave it to Bonnie to crank up the heat.
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Jay, it's the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140. See you guys out there on the YouTube chat. Manny Too Legit said, have we talked Sacramento Kings yet? Got some breaking news for you, Jay. Uh-oh. Got some breaking news for you, Sacramento Kings fans. According to our guy, Evan Sittery, friend of show, we had him on the Drive Guys here earlier this offseason. Sittery writes, he just tweeted this out not too long ago. Let me find it. Sorry, Jay. Sorry. The NBA schedule is supposed to be released next week. Hopefully he didn't delete that tweet. Somebody tweeted that out. The NBA schedule, the full schedule, is coming out next week. Let me double check. I swear it was Evan Sittery I saw who tweeted that out.
They released the Christmas Day yesterday.
Yeah, the Christmas Day games yesterday. Those are kind of Spurs, Knicks, Timberwolves, Mavericks, Sixers, Celtics, Lakers, Warriors. How Lakers and Warriors always be getting Christmas Day games? How it goes,
man.
Come on, man.
Steph Curry, LeBron James.
Nuggets, Suns. Also, the nightcap. Sittery, this is the full 2024-25 NBA schedule is expected to be released next week. Only 2 months left until we're back. You a schedule release guy or no?
No.
What?
No.
Jay.
For you, I get it. For me, it doesn't matter.
That's my life. Yeah,
of course.
that's
I mean,
my
your
life.
whole life revolves around that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not the guy that looks at a season on paper.
You ain't saying
win
loss.
Yeah, I'm not
that.
all that. Nah, football too. Like that's something
Really?
big for football. You know, people come out. Oh my goodness, I see him going 10-7.
Right.
Like, man, you don't know. I'm not that type of person. I'd rather give me to the action. Let's ball.
Right.
Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about what happened, what's going on. Once the season gets going, then I can talk about, week 16 might be a little more difficult as we've seen 3-4 weeks in because this team is a little better than I thought. But as of right now, man, the Chicago Bears believe they can win a championship. The Denver Broncos believe they can win a championship. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers feel like they can win it. The Washington Commanders feel like. So you see the Raiders feel like they can win a championship, Drapes, on paper.
But Jay, from a fan's perspective, you ain't looking like, oh, LeBron and them coming on this date.
Nah.
Or, oh man, the Niners got to travel to play so-and-so on this date.
I guess football, a little more college football, but NBA, there's too many games. There's too many games. Game 72 when they play the Rockets on that Tuesday night coming back from Boston. Oh, that's going to be a tough game. And I don't know.
Right.
I don't know that. But that's what enthralls people in sports, Right. And unfortunately, the Kings have not had primetime games as of late, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Like, they don't have those type of games that you can really, really get up for. That's something that the King's Kingdom around here, we cry about, we talk about. Mm-hmm. We get our Jokic on, we get our LeBron on, we get our Luka on. We cry about why the Kings aren't playing on MLK Day.
Right.
They're not on that 12 o'clock MLK Day game. They're this year, NBC Sunday night. It's going to be interesting to see how many games they get Sunday evening. Like I'm into that. I'm into, okay, they get 7 national games. Right. That's cool.
Okay.
But I'm not knee deep into
break it down to win-loss record.
I'm not. I don't have my analytics out, Drapes. I'm not doing
Are there any
that.
games you looking forward to at least though? Finally beating the Pelicans. Celtics coming through. And Edwards,
for me, because we've been blessed around this enough, I normally get up for people that, for whatever reason, I haven't seen play in person, which 9 times out of 10 are rookies.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, okay.
All right.
SAR's coming. I'll go check them out. Yeah, that type of stuff. And then there are a couple of people like even if I hate the Lakers, you respect LeBron and that his time is coming short.
Yeah.
Like that hourglass is starting to tighten up a little bit. I'm like, okay, I got to go see LeBron one more time this year, even if that's in LA. So I look at the schedule from that perspective, Drapes, of, they play LA on a Friday, Saturday night, December. Okay. Let me go hit that.
Slide and check
that out. Compared to, some people, like you said, they got a back-to-back from Philadelphia
I'm breaking
to Minnesota. But again, that's your life.
That's my life. Yeah.
That's what you are on the plane. You are the one that's getting off the plane at 2 a.m.
Right.
From Washington to Houston and have to go check in.
Right.
Right. That's different.
No, it's different. It's different. I'm looking forward to that next week. According to Evan Sittery, the full NBA schedule will be released. Tomorrow, the Niners open up their preseason slate against the Titans. I'm not necessarily excited for NFL preseason football.
You shouldn't be.
I am excited to see some of the rookies, the Caleb Williams when he plays tomorrow, Drake May last night, some of the big names. But the Niners squad that they're going to roll out tomorrow, Jay, I feel like the preseason has gotten worse in terms of star players actually playing.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe this is the reason why the NFL wants to go to 18 games and cut down more on preseason. But the Niners aren't going to play any of their top guys.
No.
You ain't going to see Brock Purdy out there tomorrow.
Good luck.
You ain't going to see Bosa out there tomorrow. No CMC, obviously. No Aiyuk, obviously. No Debo, I don't think. Tricky Ricky P, probably not. He's hurt. He's hurt. So what's the reason to be excited? Give me a couple of things I need to look for when I'm watching tomorrow.
Yeah, I think for the 49ers, there's a few battles that are still in continuation that are going to matter this year, Drapes. Yeah. And you know, the first one for me is it starts in the trenches, and it's at right guard. And that's Spencer Burford was there. You know, this will be really his second year kind of putting his foot forward and starting and being that guy at right guard. We know it's kind of been a tricky position for the 49ers to, you know, someone to stick in the last 2 or 3 years. And so Dominique Puny right now is everyone has got their eye on this rookie. Yeah. This dude is a behemoth. He's huge. He's massive. He's getting some run at first with the first string guys. Yep. So I think that's the first one to watch, because one thing we do know is offensive and defensive linemen, they normally play. Unless your name is Nick Bosa, unless your name is, you know, guys like that. Leonard Floyd might strap it up from what I understand, get a run or two, get the heart pumping and the blood flowing. I think that's something the 49ers should be interested in, because we've seen it in the Super Bowl. Some things started to crash down and Purdy didn't have the proper time. Yeah. The other two for me on the opposite side, defensively, we know Diamado Lenore is an all-do-it-all cornerback right now for the 49ers. We know Shavarius is going to hold down left side. We know Diamado, as they call Demo, is going to be the outside when they're running any non-nickel type defense. He'll be starting opposite of Shavarius. But we also understand that he is so talented. He is the nickel cornerback for the 49ers also, which means who's going to play at that other corner, Drapes? Is it Ambry Thomas of Michigan? Is it Yadam? You know, like who is it? Is it Ronnie? Like who are some of these guys that Ronald Green who from FSU?
Yeah, Renardo Green.
From a rookie. Who's going to be that corner that kicks in when Demo heads down the nickel? Like I don't know. And we've had 2 or 3 people on and we asked that question and no one seems to have that answer.
Right.
You know, so I'm not exactly sure. I think they're going to run 3, 4, 5, 6 different corners out to see who can hold that down.
Who can win that.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised too, Drapes, if they start most of them on the left side too.
Really?
To figure out, like, this is the spot you might play versus where Shavarius, because Shavarius normally plays one side. He doesn't cross over.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see that. And then the other one, from all accounts, and I know it's, you know, it's camp, it's beginning of the season, D Winters is tearing up, this mini camp up. Like training camp, he cannot be stopped. You know, second year linebacker, him and Jalen Green. D Winters is a speed guy. He is a perfect 49er linebacker, is what they like to see, someone who can go 52, which basically means sideline to sideline, right? And I think everyone has their eye on D Winters now. The fact that Dre Greenlaw probably won't come back to midseason.
You think he's jumping up? Or
I truly do.
Devondre? Or?
I think Devondre is the vet, and they've already signed him. They gave him the money, and he's going to be Dre Greenlaw. Okay. So when they run nickel, Devondre, unless they see something that we don't, Devondre and Fred are going to be your 2 linebackers. But they kick in, you know, base coverage, especially when they're winning. One thing the 49ers do is they kick out of nickel coverage when they're winning a lot. You know, they'll do that 2 high, 3 high safety over the top, base, keep everything, the zone, keep everything in front of them.
Right.
And so normally they'll have 3 linebackers in there sometimes. Last year you saw Oren Burks be that guy, you know, for the third linebacker for the 49ers. So I think they're trying to find that wheel linebacker, which is, you know, your Mike, your Sam, and your Will, not to get too deep in the woods. But I think they're trying to find that third guy, and it sounds like they want to go D Winters. I don't know. You know, I'm not sure. I know Jalen Graham's kind of in the mix. Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, someone who's been a part of the 49ers over the last 2 or 3 years and definitely has gotten some starting action over the last 2 years because of injury of Dre Greenlaw. Like, I think he's in the mix, of course. Right now, depth chart, they got him number 1, Drake.
Yeah, they got him number 1. Yep.
So, you know, I think they'll give him the nod because he's the wily veteran. But from what everybody is saying, it's D Winters' time.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm looking at the depth chart right now. Yep. You got Demetrius on that Sam linebacker. Fred Warner, obviously, and then Dre Greenlaw is out. So who's going to step up? Is it Devondre? Is it D. Winters? Like you're talking about? What about offensively? Is this the Jordan Mason show tonight?
Yeah, it is.
Everybody been talking about him during the camp. Is this our time to take a look at him?
Yeah, I think the 49ers are, they would like to, from what we hear, is, I don't want to say get rid of Elijah Mitchell, but I think they would like to cut some money there.
Yeah.
And when you see Matt Breida, the Cheetah, come back for the 49ers, that tells me they're looking for someone who knows the system, someone they don't have to go full bore and train again and get up to speed. Matt Breida knows this. He knows Kyle Shanahan's offense, a couple of plays here, a couple of plays there. I can be taught that. But for the most part, I've got the book under wraps. So that lets me know somebody back there in that backfield, they're getting ready to be sliced. Because you don't bring Matt Breida in, you don't work him out, you don't give him a tryout, you don't see something from him and expect to see Elijah or Jordan or a couple of, and they got a rookie back there again. Yeah. They're not going to cut him because that means nothing right now. So I think Elijah Mitchell is on the chopping block unless he really shows, something, which lets me know Jordan Mason is your number 2 running back.
Yeah.
No CMC drapes. So guess what that means? Jordan going to get probably the first full half of action.
He's going to get, and the thing about Elijah, this, he's had ample opportunity.
Can't
many. Stay on the field.
Yep.
Always banged up, always got something. And so to your point, financially might make a sense to slice and dice. Might be a cap casualty, if you will.
It's cheaper to pay a rookie than it is to pay a veteran.
Yep.
That league rules state that.
Yep. All right, we got more on the Niners coming up in just a little bit. 916-339-1140. And don't forget, Emran Pilates coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. You're listening to The Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Pleasant Delta breeze for Friday night. That'll pull temperatures to near 60 degrees to start Saturday. Saturday afternoon, expect highs in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Jason Mraz and the Super Band live. The mystical, magical, rhythmical, radical ride. Friday, August 9th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Jason Mraz and the Super Band with special guest Molly Miller Trio. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Jason Mraz and the Super Band in concert. Pick up the new album, Mystical, Magical, Rhythmical, Radical Ride.
All right, get ready for an incredible lineup of live music and events with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Jason Mraz is at Thunder Valley on August 9th, and don't miss the Truckee Music Festival on August 9th and 10th, featuring Kip Moore and Sublime. Then rock out with the Mick Adams Stones Tribute on August 15th at Thunder Valley. And get ready for Michael Franti at the Backyard in Sacramento on August 23rd. It's Soul Fest 24 live on August 24th at Thunder Valley. Plus, take a trip back in time with 80s Rewind at Thunder Valley on September 1st. Train and REO Speedwagon are at Toyota Amphitheater on September 6th, and the Doobie Brothers at Toyota Amphitheater on September 10th. Then don't miss the Lodi Grape Festival September 12th through the 15th, featuring Joe Nichols and Smash Mouth. And you'll laugh out loud with George Lopez at Hard Rock Live Sacramento coming September 21st. Then it's Bad Religion at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on October 19th. The Sacktown Sports live events calendar is your ticket to the hottest live shows in town.
Tommy, I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh,
don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
It's a blessing. So listen to the lesson I preach. I talk sense condensed into the form.
Welcome back to the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Niners making a series of roster moves today. Our Emil Fergoso reporting that they signed defensive lineman Jonathan Garvin, signed a punter Presley Harvin III.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah,
that's
big
the difference
moves,
maker, baby.
Big moves, baby. Austin Bryant going on to IR, and they released tight end Logan Thomas. Emil says the Thomas cut is the most shocking, brought in some veteran depth. Some people are surmising, Jay, that there's a wink, wink, nod, nod deal.
Yeah.
Whereas Thomas would be brought back after tomorrow's game sometime next week.
Yeah, I need the punter because, Wisnowski is of course, sitting out, not doing me, and I hate to say it like this, Drakes, because you don't ever want to say someone's not hurt. You don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah. But it's preseason, and this is what NFL teams do. They maneuver the roster quite a bit. I'm not sure what's going on with Wisnowski, and so it may be one of those things. Just rest. You're the guy. You've been the guy. Mm-hmm. We'll bring in the punter who you just named, and you got to have roster spots,
right?
And so it sounds like Logan is, kind of cut just to bring the punter on. Then once the game is over, they'll bring back Logan. Is kind of what we're hearing from Logan Thomas, of course, tight end. Who they signed in.
Right?
Yeah, this past offseason.
You need a punter, like you said, to get through the weekend.
You do. It's like fantasy.
Right.
I gotta find somebody off the waiver wire.
Right. And then you pick them back up after somebody's bye week or somebody like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? No, you're right about that. Are you interested in any of the games? Preseason, any of the young rookies, any of the Bo Nix?
Yeah.
Anybody like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see the young QBs. My eye goes straight down to Atlanta.
I was about to say, our boy Penix.
Yeah. I don't really see where Kirk Cousins plays at all. And I haven't, we don't follow the Falcons that tough. We're up
coming off injury, his age, and he's a veteran.
Does he play the first one? Nah. Michael Penix should be slinging it for at least a half. I'm interested, man. I definitely want to see. I'm interested in Bo Nix. It sounds like Bo Nix is third. And not sound like he is. He's listed as third quarterback on that roster or tied for second, depending on how you want to look at it. I'm interested in that. The other person that I'm interested too is Jaden Daniels. It's been quiet over there in Washington, hasn't it?
Anything from camp about him at all.
That's a good thing, probably.
Right.
JJ McCarthy's got a lot of love. A lot of people have been talking about he broke and Dre, this is almost hilarious. Have you seen this?
What?
He's broken a rookie camp record for touchdowns thrown.
I heard about what is it, like 30 something? Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm just saying he's looking good in camp.
Well, I don't know what that means, man. And in camp they got different situations,
right? Different reps, yeah. You're right. Was he throwing like 31-yard touchdown passes, or is he?
What does that mean?
You're right. You know how it is though. During camp, everybody's looking good, Everybody's ready. Tricky Ricky P, when he was out there, oh, man, this dude's setting the world off. It's just the nature of how it is.
Are you worried about are you worried? And I asked this in a sports
all right.
as a radio host on Sac Sports 1140, home of the 49ers. Are you worried about Tricky Ricky P and his minor injuries right now?
I am a little bit. If I'm because it's been like 2 at least now, right?
Feels like it.
Yeah,
2 or 3.
2 or 3 right now. And, when this guy is on the field, it seems like he does well. But, he's too young to be getting banged up, these nicks and bumps and bruises and everything. And I'll be honest with you, Jay, and it's not any shade or hate or anything. I'm actually a little nervous for the Niners as a whole with injuries. It seems like, CMC dealing with something, Debo, like everybody's dealing with a little something.
Yep.
It just seems like things are a little bit off this training camp.
Yeah. I get it. I think the Aiyuk, the Trent, those type of things.
Yeah.
I was trying to see, I'm looking for, it's for Pearsall. Let me see. He had a shoulder tweak.
Yeah.
This past week. But I could have swore his first one was like oblique, kind of in the midsection somewhere. And I should have that. I should be better. I need to know that answer. But let me look for that. I feel like it was something in the oblique, the last one. I thought his first one had something to do with his lower extremities.
Right.
And so, it's interesting because even this article that I'm reading from Eric Branch, who's a 49er beat guy for the Chronicle, been there for years, many moons. He says Pearsall hurt again. Again, third time. And he's missing a great opportunity in training camp. But not only that, to lace him up in his first professional game, where a guy like Aiyuk is not playing, where a guy like Robbie Anderson, who you just signed, 24 hours ago, doesn't know the playbook. So Tricky Ricky P has the opportunity to get some quality time in, as a wide receiver for the 49ers, as a rookie, and really get, cut his teeth, Drapes. Like, this is the time to get your heart,
get your reps,
pumping.
And get going and everything like that. And, I'm looking at Tricky Ricky's injury situation. They didn't say what it was back. This was before camp. Remember, they placed him on the
pup.
Non-injury or the injury pup before camp, NFI list. And this is your first round pick. This is your guy, especially with the Aiyuk situation, you're counting on. And for him to already have 2 or 3 different injuries, and to your point, Jay, he's not getting the reps to be ready come week 1.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And think about this too. We're not going to see Brock Purdy in the preseason, right?
Probably one game,
maybe one game,
quarter.
Maybe a quarter, And so the way to develop that chemistry is how? In practice.
Yep.
Well, if you're not practicing, how are you going to do that? And so to your point, you're right, man. It's Tricky Ricky P, the Aiyuk situation, the wide receiving core, as deep as it is, it's a lot of question marks right now. Once the season begins, hopefully everything will be fine.
Let me ask you something, Drapes, real quick, not to jump in there.
Yeah, jump in there.
But I don't think we've looked this far. I'm going to ask you. Week 1, this Brandon Aiyuk situation isn't taken care of. Now, we're looking in the mirror. Now we're getting ready to try to figure out something. Jawan Jennings probably gets the start because he's the veteran. He's the guy they're familiar with. But now my question to you is, who's number 3? If Aiyuk's not on the
we're
field,
talking if Aiyuk's not there.
Aiyuk's not suited up. He's still in negotiations. They haven't traded for anyone. Robbie Anderson, 3 weeks into camp.
Yeah.
Chris Conley's there. Trent Taylor's there. Tricky Ricky P's there.
Danny Gray's
Gray's
still
there. He's still there. Tay Martin's there, right? If
Ronnie Bell's still there?
Ronnie Bell's going to make this team because he's a kick returner, punt returner. Second year Ronnie Bell. Like, who's your 3?
Who's your third wideout? Man.
Like, and my question to you is, are you confident going into week 1 against the Jets, primetime game.
Solid
no
defense.
Yeah. Like, and you got Sauce Gardner, who's going to be sticking with Debo.
Debo, yep.
We're talking about one of the best corners, if
You're
not
asking
the
a
best
lot
corner.
of the Juwan Jennings.
Come
too.
on now. That's what I'm saying. Who's your who are you marching into week 1 feeling confident if Ayuk's not there?
It might be Robbie Chosen, veteran guy. Because you're saying, Ricky Pearsall should be the guy, but if he's banged up,
he ain't playing.
Who you taking? I'm saying Robbie Chosen, veteran.
Yeah,
somebody know the system, know the squad. It's slim pickings, though.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. It is. I'm like, damn. I'm trying to find someone. I'd probably say Robbie with you. Second that with Chris Conley. And if that's where we're going, I'll be honest. As a 49er fan,
you can't be. Yeah,
we are in trouble.
Yeah,
we are in trouble. And that's the part we're talking about. That's why we continue to. That's why people are following this, at a high level. Drapes, is because if this was Denver, Cortland Sutton, okay, good corner. Good wide receiver. Yeah. Looking for his 25 a year, cool. And I think this is part of the reason why we don't see that much from CeeDee Lamb is the 49ers are picked from a lot of people to be the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
They just took Pat Mahomes and them to an OT and lost in the Super Bowl. They've been in the last 3 or 4 years. This is huge. And if you don't do something and figure this out with Aiyuk, if you don't bring an Amari Cooper back, if you don't bring someone that is established, solid, known as being a guy that could probably catch 50 to 100 balls a year to complement Debo and Juwan Jennings, then what are we doing?
Yeah.
We in trouble. Because when you play guys like a Sauce Gardner, when you play guys like an Antoine Winfield Jr., Patrick Surtain guy, and I know Winfield's a safety, but you playing guys who can cover and take away, Jalen Johnson up with the Bears. You playing guys like that when they have to go CJ Gardner-Johnson, as much as I don't think they too are frightened from him. But one thing about what the Eagles have done, Drapes, and you know this, they're throwing 6 guys against the wall to see who sticks. 2 of those guys going to be okay.
Yep.
And when you're D, you got guys like Slay and all that type of stuff. Your D is there.
D is there.
It's easy to take away Debo.
Well,
we double them.
Well, that's the thing too, Jay. And I'm not, comparing Niners to Eagles, but the Eagles paid 2 of their wide receivers.
They did.
And the Niners ain't trying to pay one of them, really? Like
well, they paid one. They paid Debo.
All right, Debo, but that was a couple years ago. Eagles just took care of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
True.
Both those guys got paid. And so, to your point, what are the Niners doing? Because Aiyuk is their number 1 receiver. The numbers indicate that. I'm just going by the
Absolutely.
numbers. He is their number 1. And I said it before yesterday, and I'll say it again. If you're going to make a decision next year on your wide receivers, Debo versus Aiyuk, I'm keeping Aiyuk. He's the younger receiver. So why wouldn't you lock him up now and have 4 years, be ready to go, instead of him and Hahn, maybe letting him walk, and then what you're going to do with Debo next year? Keep him? Sign him to he's getting up there in age.
Right.
And so Aiyuk is at the perfect age right now. Now's the time to pay him.
It is.
Now really is the time to pay him because of his age, 26. Pay him, takes you to 29, 30 years old. All right. Then you got Ricky P.
Now you need him to beat it.
Yeah,
right.
Now you got Ricky P coming up. All right, we got much more on the drive, guys, here. Coming up next hour, Emerson Pilati of True Sports Cards will be joining us. You're listening to the drive, guys. Hit us up, 916-339-1140.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, we immediately remove their legal burden and introduce them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health, and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers, too. Consultation's free, and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, For the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
If you've been on the American River, it's uphill, it's downhill. There's trails everywhere that you can walk, and it just makes you happy. And I couldn't walk, and it was terrible. I was turning into a real crab. I went to the Good Feet store, and I tried on the arch supports. I could not believe that I was not in pain. I can walk, I can run, I can jump, I can do anything. My name's Terry, and that's my Good Feet story.
The Good Feet Store in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
When your game goes bad, getting back to basics is the quickest way to get on track. Many problems can be traced to forgetting the first lessons a good golf instructor covers: grip, alignment, and posture. If you're not holding the club properly, if you're not aligned to the target, and if you're not in an athletic posture when you take the club back, you'll have to manipulate it somehow to get it back square to the target. That's when bad things happen. When I find myself leaving shots out to the right, I check my grip on the club. I check to see that I'm holding the club lightly in my fingers and that my hands are close together. Check to see that the V's formed by my thumbs and forefingers point to my right shoulder. Take a practice swing and feel as though the hands are working together and turning over naturally through the impact area. Bad alignment makes a good shot go astray, and bad posture makes it difficult to generate club head speed. If you're having similar problems, a brush up with a PGA professional will get you going again. For Golf to Go, I'm Frank LaRosa.
Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Jay holding it down. It's the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports. 11:40 over Pilati coming up in about a half hour or so. Jay, I'm just reading this Matt Mayoko story here on NBCSportsBayArea.com. And the 49ers, he says, worked out a deal with the Browns in which they would acquire veteran receiver Amari Cooper, as well as second and fifth round draft picks. Amari Cooper, a second and a fifth. However, the Browns were not one of Aiyuk's preferred destinations, so the trade was not completed. Does that change any thinking of yours? Because that would be a good package coming back.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take that. That's a good package.
Cooper to get you through the next couple years.
Yep.
And you took Tricky Ricky P, so he's got to be your guy. Yeah, I'll take that. That's probably at this point the best you would probably have gotten. We've heard people come on this show all week and say the 49ers didn't trade Aiyuk when they could have got the best package, which was what? Before the draft.
Yeah.
So if Cooper, who's still a top flight guy,
he's still,
he's not the Cooper of old, but he's going to give you, let's see. I don't know what Cooper had last year, as far as stat wise, but he's not that bad, second round's perfect. The Niners can do some wonders with that. I just don't. I think you're at the point now, and Aiyuk has said it. Emil Fergoso, our 49ers insider, has said it. You either got to take care of your business now, or move on.
And Aiyuk said there's only two directions this could go, and it sounds like it's either Pittsburgh or San Francisco.
Yeah,
that's where we're at right now. Pittsburgh or San Francisco.
I don't think we've had
Mike
this
Tomlin,
conversation.
big fella.
Okay.
Maybe he respects Mike Tomlin.
I guess.
But
you have a long in the tooth quarterback, and you have someone that some people believe he's not proven.
I don't know what
you've got Pickens and James there. I mean, is it the stability of the Steelers? Is it Mike Tomlin? Is that why you're going there?
Yeah,
okay.
I guess it's strange. I can understand going to Washington because your boy's the quarterback there. You want to play with your boy. I get that. I understand not going to New England. You know, their quarterback situation, and even Cleveland too. Why is Pittsburgh the team? Maybe he views Pittsburgh as a number one receiver away, or a
from
team.
What?
I hear you, Jay. I hear you. But they always make some noise. They're always 500 or better. Stability, you know, well-run organization, supposedly. And maybe he has faith that Justin Fields can be that dude. He views him and Justin Fields over the next 5 years being a 1-2 combination.
I can see that. I like Justin Fields. I'm a little higher on Justin than a few other people. But I think if you go to Pittsburgh, you know you're probably at least 2 to 3 years from competing for a Super Bowl.
Right.
You know, you can't never say never. And one thing Mike Tomlin does is he creates magic with a lot less than.
Yeah.
But they're a little more talented this season. They are. I can definitely, you know, admit to that. But as we've had other people on this show, you know, they're talking about the AFC North. You got Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. You know, Myles Garrett and them out there. So that's a tough situation to be in, Drapes.
Right.
And you still facing Pat Mahomes, you know, in the AFC. Amari Cooper has 72 catches, 1,250 yards,
That's
5
solid.
TDs. Man, that's pretty close to Aiyuk numbers.
That's pretty close to Aiyuk numbers, right?
You can send them on over here. I will say this, though, Drapes. For Aiyuk to go to Pittsburgh or want to go to Pittsburgh, I think he's looking at it as, I do want to be the number one, and I'll ride this out, and hopefully within the next 5-year deal, which is probably going to happen, 4 with an option, we can get to a Super Bowl or get close. And as you said, look at my personal legacy compared to, you know, I'm part of a team. I'm not the guy. I'm one of the guys, you know, for the 49ers. And I think that's something it sounds like he's starting to think about over the last 24 to 48 hours.
Right. Steven Torres says Cooper was comparable to Aiyuk stat-wise last year. I would take it if I'm the Niners. I love Aiyuk, but man, I'm so fed up with him lately. It's like my kid asking for dinner and not liking what I made.
It's only one dinner in this household.
Right.
I tell my wife that all the time.
Do you really? You ain't cooking 3 dinners, Jay?
Nah, couldn't be me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, you gonna get down or you gonna lay down?
Yeah,
what you gonna do?
If you hungry, you gonna eat, right?
Come on now.
Let me tell you a story about my parents, man. My dad. Maybe your family I used to have to sit at that table all night.
So you eat them veggies?
Until I ate, dude. I used to pull every trick in the book. I got to go to the bathroom. You know, I got homework. Dog, I would go up to the bathroom, act like I was going for like a half hour. Come back down, my plate is still right there. Lima beans all cold and everything. Yo, I tried to wait them out, man. Nah, man.
You tried to get your Aiyuk on.
Yep. I tried to wait them out, man.
Every single time, and this is the truth, Drake. You got to come back to the round table.
Yes.
One way or another.
Right.
Yeah. Lima beans are hideous.
Oh, they are awful, man.
I can't mess with the lima bean.
They're all mushy inside and everything.
You a peas guy? I'm not a peas guy.
I can eat them, but they're way down on the list. I ain't making them myself.
Nah.
I ain't making myself.
Those two, you know, the other one for me too?
What?
Spinach.
You ain't had no good spinach, bro.
You know, man, you
got the frozen 36 can or something like that.
You pull them straight from the ground.
Really?
My grandmother,
Sauteed spinach,
my great grandmother used to have a garden alongside in the back of her house. My grandmother and my grandfather, and spinach was one of the things she grew. Now, you know, the strawberries, the okra, you know, all the different things that they grew. I was all about it. But the spinach,
you couldn't get into it,
dude. It's
How's she cook it?
I've had it. It feel like 15 different ways: sautéed, boiled, broiled, baked. Like, you know, it doesn't. It's too soft, and I've even like cook it. You know, I'll say al dente type stuff. Cook it, it still has crisp, right? I just can't get down with spinach, man. Like I could take it in a salad, but once you put some flame to it, the nutrients or whatever start to drop out of it, I can't deal with it, man.
The problem with spinach, and I hear you, I like spinach, but you think you got a lot until you put the heat on it.
And then
it's just a little wilts, and it's just a little. It's like, damn, I got to go back to the grocery store. That's the worst, bro. I'm with you on that, man, on that part. It's like, man, it looks good. You serving it up, and then it's like a tablespoon worth.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You're like, where'd it go?
So what you do? What do you do with your spinach? You say saute it. A chef never gives all the seasonings, but what do? You put a little butter on that.
Butter,
you throw a little
garlic.
Okay,
a little salt and pepper.
I'm seeing where you going with that.
That's what it gotta have a seasoning, man. It gotta have that flavor.
Now, do you cook it down to where it's soft or super soft, where it's mushy, or do you keep a nice crisp on it, or you in between?
I'm in between. Okay, I'm leaning towards the soft side more so than the crunchy side. Yeah, but it got to be wilted and soft, and is
that the only way you eating spinach?
I'll throw it in the smoothies or something like that if I blend it up, but that's probably the only way.
Yeah, see, it ain't high on that list.
It ain't too many things you could do with it, right? It's not too many things you could do with it.
Put it over some chicken, man.
You know what I hate, though? I don't know if I said this on air. Lettuce. Lettuce to me is kind of worthless.
It's a waste?
It's a waste, dude. The worst is when you get a salad and it's mostly lettuce.
That iceberg.
Right? You didn't eat everything else and got a bowl full of iceberg lettuce. What I'm going to do with this? Make another salad? You know what I mean? But give me some more toppings up on there, something like that.
Lettuce is probably high on the list of, what can you do with me type vegetables and or food?
Yeah.
You can't really, you could do a lot with it, but it don't really fit with a lot of stuff.
Well, and the thing about lettuce, everything else you could sort of eat by itself. I could eat a tomato. I could throw some salt up on there or something like that. I could eat everything else. Nobody just sitting around eating lettuce.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Dipping it in some ranch blue cheese or something.
You got to have something else with lettuce. It's just not good by itself. So, people are like, Drapes, what kind of salad you like? One with a lot less lettuce than, I can't do it, Jay. I just can't do it. All right, man, we got Emmer and Pilati coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Much more Aiyuk and the Niners getting ready for their preseason opener. It's the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports, 1140.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call.
If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
School is almost here, and if there's two things I can count on, it's my kids needing new outfits because they grow like weeds, and Kohl's stocking their favorite styles. With the back-to-school customer appreciation event going on, I scored 30% off tees, jeans, sneakers, and more when I shopped with a Kohl's card. No card? No problem. Rewards members save 20%, and everyone else saves 15%, plus earn Kohl's cash. When it comes to back to school, you gotta go back to Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Offer ends August 11th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The Gold Rush Classic is a celebrity pro-am golf tournament, a celebrity skins challenge, a $1 million hole-in-one contest, a celebrity draft party, an awards party, an incredible farm-to-fork dinner, and a fabulous concert under the stars. The Gold Rush Classic raises money for Make-A-Wish, Jordan's Guardian Angels, First Tee of Sacramento, and other worthwhile children's charities. It's happening August 22nd and 23rd at Rancho Murrieta. Imagine playing golf with an All-Pro or Hall of Famer like Brown, Fernandez, Ostertag, Theus, Jackson, Polynice, Sharp, and our own Greg Vaughn. The Gold Rush Classic offers this exciting opportunity, along with a chance to win the Rancho Murrieta Homes and Land $1 million Swing for Charity Hole-in-One contest. Rancho Murrieta Homes and Land is a full-service award-winning realtor and a proud sponsor of the Gold Rush Classic. For sponsorship information, visit goldrushclassic.org. That's goldrushclassic.org.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your new home for 49ers football in the 916.
Sacktown Sports.
We need to beat the nigga.
Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Well, LL Cool J here on the drive, guys. Sacktown Sports, 1140. Drapes and Jay hanging with you. Final hour as we take you into the weekend. Big weekend plans, Jay?
A little bit. Not, my daughter will be a freshman in high school this year, start next week, right? So last minute things you got to tighten up. And then high school she's going to, they have some special events for her as a freshman to be incoming. And so, you got to do the parenting thing.
Right. I hear you.
So we got a few things mix and mastered, ready to go.
I got to buy my daughter a bike.
Ooh.
Yeah. But here's the problem.
Do you have one?
I got two.
Ooh.
Yeah, come on, big fella. Come on.
Okay, what you riding, brother? 18 speed, 21 speed?
A little Trek. How many? 7 times 3? 21. 21. Mm-hmm. Yep. 21 speed. I got a little Trek, so pump it up. But she's going to start biking to school with her friends. These kids nowadays, they want to ride their electric scooters and everything. And I'm like, nah, that's not exercise, honey. You ain't getting your gains that way. You're going to be biking like old school. You're going to be pedaling them legs. So I'm going to do that this weekend. Probably golf, maybe with my son, maybe not, trying to figure out which golf course I'm going to hit up. If anybody got any recommendations of a great course in Sacramento, not the main ones. I've been at Hagen Oaks. Shout out to my guy, Tom Morton. That's a great one.
How are they looking over there since the situation, since the
I don't know. He sent me some pictures the other day, but that's about it. I need to hit him up and see if everything's good over there. But that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's I'm texting him right now. How's it looking?
Have you I haven't done it in years. Well, I should say I haven't been back here. I mean, I haven't done it since I've been back, which is about 6 years now, Sacramento. Hagen Oaks, and I believe they still do it this year.
What?
During the summer, they're open 24 hours.
Really?
Yeah, like you can get over there 2, 3 in the morning, hit the driving range and get busy.
Really?
Yeah. So I know as of last summer, they were still rocking it like that. I'm not sure if it's this summer. You texting Tom to ask him, say, hey, man, Jay's asking, you guys still, wire to wire? You guys still 24 hours a day?
Yeah, I'm hitting him up right now.
So that, like, to me, that's dope. I'm not a golf guy, but I wouldn't mind going over there 12 at night.
Right.
You know, do and I don't know. And again, I got to do better research with this. I'm not sure if they're still doing that, but I would find that entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, something different, especially if they have, you know, they got the restaurant open or the cafe or something over there.
The food truck right there and everything.
Like that. I'm with that.
Yeah. He'll hit me back and let me know. I asked him about the damage and if the range is still open. Campio says he'll be at Hagen Oaks Sunday.
Campio's a golfer?
Yeah. Oh, that's all that dude be talking about. That dude, that's all. So obviously I won't be at Hagen Oaks if Campio's going to be there. I'm trying to avoid that. Sorry, Campio. It ain't happening. Got some breaking Giants news. Camilo Doval sent the AAA option to Sacramento. He's been struggling.
Yeah,
he's been struggling.
A treat for us, but not a treat for him.
Right, not a treat for him.
Have you been to a Rivercats game this year?
Not this year, no.
Yeah. Well,
need to go out there.
You know,
it's
man,
about to end, right? Another month left.
Yeah, around that. Yeah. You know, man, I haven't been out there for a Giants ball game. It's because it's the Giants.
Dog, it's Rivercats, though. Yeah, it's Rivercats.
But they're affiliated with the Giants. Like Tatis played there. Fernando Tatis, I believe, started the season or not his season last year.
Yeah.
And it took everything for me not to go out.
Really?
Yeah, he played. If I'm not mistaken, Tatis played a couple games, maybe one.
You really against it that much?
Oh, yeah. I don't rock with the Giants, man. No love.
It's been a while since I think I went last year, one game, and I'm looking at their schedule. They got a homestand coming up here.
Okay.
You know, next week. Salt Lake, 4-game, 6-game set, 6-game homestand against Salt Lake coming up. So I might get out there next week. They got a 1:00 game on Sunday, 6:30. I might go check them out.
Okay.
I might go check them out. No plans other than that, man. Hanging out. Somebody says I got to play Apple Mountain. That's a good golf course.
Have you played Apple Mountain?
Yeah, it's tough though. It's tough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my problem, Jay, with golf, if the lie is like this, if the ball is like that, I'm good. But Apple Mountain, it'd be like that. You got 1 foot, 2 feet higher than the other, or it's like that, and it's
not tight when you're
right.
doing it.
It's not tight. I might try it out, but I'm gonna go play.
You know, as someone who was a transplant here, what's the course that's caught your eye so far this year? Or excuse me, not this year, but since you've been here.
Since I've been here,
because we have the one thing about it is we have so many around here.
So many,
tons. People come here to play golf all the time.
Yeah,
because there's just a plethora of courses to play.
So I like Wild Horse. I think that's the one in Davis when I first got here. That was a good one. You know, I'm Empire Ranch is right in my backyard.
That's next door.
That's you know, so I'm always playing that. Matter of fact, I get up and I go out there at like 6 a.m.
Okay.
And play 9 holes, be back by 7:15, 7:30. Yeah, get it done. Then take a nap and then get ready to come in. I'm looking for a good public course. I've been to some of the ones in Roseville. I've been to some private ones, but I'm not that dude. I'm not shelling out $30,000, $20,000 to become a member of a
cost that much.
Yeah, some of these clubs is no joke, bro.
Man,
so you ain't know that. Some of these are, no joke.
Yeah, Pebble Beach. I thought 30 grand to go play at Pebble Beach. You mean to tell me there are country clubs around here hitting cats across the head for $30K a year to play golf?
Yeah. I wonder how much Serrano is.
Stop that.
Serrano, Northridge, Del Paso. You got to pay some money. Come on, man.
30 bands?
Yes, 30 bands.
I thought, you know, 10.
Nah, bro.
30 stacks to
Catavedera, where your boy Doug be at all the time. Nah, man, I can't do it.
30 grand to get membership to play golf there. And this is my other part about golf. And I know you can never master. Well, I might be wrong in saying that. It's probably difficult to master a course when you play it, not that many times.
Right.
But when you are a member and play on that course, let's just say 3-4 times a week, it doesn't get boring. Like, you're not bored and you're not over it.
I'm that type.
Okay.
Like, I like going to different courses.
Yeah,
variety,
yeah.
something new, something.
Trying to play on a new court every time.
Every time. That's how I am. But it also is good to have your own course because then you know it. You score better. You shoot better. There's no surprises.
But that's tricking your mind, though. That's not real
that's
balling.
exciting too, right? That makes you feel good. You walk off, but it can get boring. I'm with you, dude.
I mean, it's not. And that's what I'm saying. I think I don't want to say master because that's probably not the proper word when you're playing golf, but when you know your course and you're doing your thing on your course and you know that, the corners, how the lie sits, the rough, like all these different avenues when it comes to playing golf. I think after you've because let me say this, will you ever be what they consider a scratch golfer? Do you think? Okay.
No.
So what's mastering a course for a person like you, someone that does it, residentially or what's the word what do you call yourself as a golfer?
Let's say Empire Ranch. That's the course I play more often than not. Let's say I'm playing 9 holes, par 35, 36, depending. If I'm over a 40, 41, that's a bad day.
Okay.
Like, because I know it so well. I know my yardage. I know which club to pull. I know how the greens roll. I know all of that. If you're doing 18, I'm a upper 80s, low 90s kind of guy.
Okay.
That's just how I am. I say you go to your home course when you need a pick-me-up. You know what I mean? If you done had a couple rough rounds around, all right, let me get back to my home base, shoot this 84, 86, whatever it is that makes you feel good and you comfortable.
Home cooking.
A lot of golf, too, is about feeling comfortable, man.
I got that, man.
You know what I mean?
Talking to a baseball player.
Yeah, you know how it is. It's like, it's a mental, like, if you feel comfortable, you checking in and Bobby at the front desk. What's up, baby? Yeah, I'm back. I'm about to go tear this court. Like all that, or if you're playing with somebody new, that could affect you. All that factors in. It's a mental game out there, man. It's a mental game.
If I'm hearing you correctly, there's really not a point in time where you get over, playing at your home course because you come here to tighten your game. You come here to work on some things. This is your course, your practice course, your home court. Okay.
Yep.
I got
Every
you.
round's different. Just got a text from our boy Tom over at Hagen Oaks. Everything's good out there. Range is open till midnight, 12 a.m. now, not the 24,
Gotcha.
Midnight now. So we have to go check that out.
Have you heard of Wild Hawk? It says someone from the 916 Wild Hawk off of Bradshaw.
Yeah, I got a guy that works out there, actually.
Cherry Hill?
Cherry Hill.
It's a very reasonably priced, not public course, though.
Nice.
From the 313 Michigan.
Yeah.
Bunny Rabbit, B-Rab in there.
Yeah, B-Rab is weighing in.
One of the dopest 9-hole courses, if not best, is Emerald Lakes in Elk Grove. I'm not sure if that's the one off the 5 or the one off the 99.
On the left over there, right?
Yeah, I know the small one, but like the driving range.
Yeah,
over that way, kind of like off of Grant Line.
Yeah, I'm down to go anywhere though, man. I'll play anywhere. You say Drapes, drive an hour to be here. I'm there.
Because Kavanaugh, I think, is the one that's off the 5 of not right.
Yeah, Bartley is one on the right side. Okay, Bartley Kavanaugh is on the right side off of 5. Yeah. All right, coming up next, Imran Prelati of True Sports Cards. Wonder if he's bringing Beckett with him. He coming in studio?
Yeah, he's sliding in
studio. Wonder if he got a little Beckett here. You're listening to the Drive Guys here. It's Drapes and Jay, Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Hey, everybody, it's Kyle Draper here from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. I've had my new all-electric Mercedes-Benz SUV for more than 6 months now, and there are so many features that me and my family have fallen in love with. My favorite is the seat cooling feature. When those temperatures reach triple digits here in Northern California, I just hit one button to cool things down. Now, my 12-year-old daughter, well, she loves the seat massage feature. Every time she hops in the car, she immediately flips on the massage button. So whether you're going on a short drive or a long road trip, you'll be able to ride in comfort at the push of a button. And my 15-year-old son, who won't stop growing, well, he has no problem sitting in the back seat. There's plenty of leg room for him and his friends. I used to drive a Tesla, but I made the switch to Mercedes-Benz, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. If you don't believe me, well, go see for yourself. Take the short drive down I-5 to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton and test drive a new Mercedes-Benz or go online anytime at mbofstockton.com.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Labor Day savings now at Maida Chevy with $12,000 off MSRP on every new Silverado half-ton Turbo Max in stock after rebates.
$12,000 off every Silverado LT Turbo Max at Maida Chevy with at least 5 at this price.
Labor Day savings up to $12,000 off MSRP exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. Must trade in 2010 model year or newer. Ends 9/3/24.
Made a great deal at Maida.
I'm a very active person that likes to move around and go. The pain I was in was really excruciating. It was actually debilitating. I was basically heading towards a sedentary lifestyle. I had really tried everything, but I quickly lost hope with all of the things that we had tried, and that's what led me to the Good Feet store. And when I found the Good Feet system, it really just changed everything. It brought me back to life. I have my active lifestyle back.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
At home away from home in the black Benz limo with the cellular phone.
Yeah, you know about this, Imran. That's right.
You don't know about this.
Come on, this is me as a kid.
Yes.
Trying to remember all the lyrics.
Dude, I'm about to go up to Seattle in a few weeks. It's been a minute since I've been up there.
Go on up there for me.
Come on, man. You know I like to move and groove.
Okay, all
I'll be shaking out there.
I got you.
Imran Pilati, True Sports Cards, joining us. Imran, I want to get to these phone calls. Here's the thing. Yeah, we got phone calls, but here's the thing. A lot of hosts on certain radio shows, they see phone calls and they leave people holding on for 2 hours, 3 hours.
Oh, you got to call me out.
No, I know. Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, Emmer just be leaving people on hold. But I'm a man of the people. Jay, let's get to a couple of phone calls, then we're going to dive in with Emmer in here. Let's go. Mitch, I'm going to let you cook right here on line one. Mitch, you're on with Drapes, Jay, and Emmer on the Drive, guys. What's up, man?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah. I can't believe the football season's almost here. Aiyuk, the 49ers don't have a lot of leverage. If they get a wide receiver in the trade back, there was 2 draft picks. I mean, how can you turn that down? And they drafted a wide receiver in the first round, right?
Yep. They got Tricky Ricky. Here's the thing, though, and appreciate the call, Mitch. Here's the thing. The Niners have agreed to deals to teams that Aiyuk don't want to go to. Cleveland, New England. The packages are out there. He just doesn't want to go there anymore.
He didn't want to go anywhere.
He really wants to stay home.
Right?
He's
trying to leverage and be like, you know what? I don't really feel that this situation is great for me.
Yeah.
He knows where the money can be made. He's got a Super Bowl ring potentially on the horizon.
On the horizon.
And not only that, but why would the Niners want draft picks at this point? Truly, they've got this window, this 2 to 3 year window of this championship pedigree team. It makes no sense to go ahead and go for draft picks at this point. I would rather keep Brandon and quote unquote overpay him a little bit, which isn't really an overpay. He's getting market value, roughly.
Market value.
You look at Justin Jefferson, you look at all these other guys.
Spoken like a car guy.
I know he knows all about market value.
I see you using that language.
How do we make sure Jay don't interrupt me?
No, Jay got the green light.
He's correct, though. Don't get me wrong. You're right.
Diction, your market value.
Yeah,
you know?
Jay got the green light. Hey, let's get Ramsey on line 2. Ramsey, you're on with Drapes, Jay, and Emmerich. What's happening?
Just another Friday afternoon. You know how that goes.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
inspired me when you started talking about the food and like eating the spinach and cooking it up. I mean, I'm not the biggest cooked spinach fan myself, but I put it in the chat. It's not half bad if you put soy sauce on it. But again, I'm like you. I only want it in a salad. That's like the lettuce isn't bad. The one thing my girls try to get me on is arugula. I love her. I just don't know yet.
Yeah.
But
you're an old school iceberg guy, huh?
Oh, I love iceberg lettuce. It's easy and simple.
Man,
I'm about to revoke your card, man, like an iceberg lettuce.
Where's the romaine?
Romaine, yeah. I know. Romaine is where it's at. Appreciate you, Ramsey.
The other one, I was going to say, the other one I like is butter lettuce. That ain't bad either.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's all leafy, and especially when you're on a diet and you don't want the bun, you throw the burger in the butter lettuce. You know what I mean? Yep. That's the good lettuce for having a burger on
protein stack.
Yeah, we had last night. My wife Jessica and Beckett are here. My baby Beckett are here in the studio with us. But and we're gonna go eat right after this.
Where y'all going?
I don't know. That's the whole point. I'm looking for the chat. I'm looking for the listeners to give us some advice.
We are like the restaurant go-to right now.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we were down here at the in Midtown, we ate at the kitchen, but that's like 3 months of reservations ahead of time. So today we're Iron Horse or something. But anyways, last night we ate PF Chang's, and they have those chicken where you put them on the lettuce cup.
Oh, the lettuce wraps? Yeah, those are good.
Those are yummy. That's the way to go.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Last time Emmerich Pilates cooked.
That's what I was about to say, dude. Do you ever cook?
Brother, I don't even know how to boil water correctly.
Jessica over there like, yup, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
What's going on in the card world right now? Well, what you got for us?
I brought you some stuff. We've got some new stuff that have come out. The Olympics are on their last, 4 or 5 days, 6 days here.
Yeah, yep.
So we had Topps Chrome Olympic. It's been a really hot seller. We sold a couple of cases of that. We had somebody pull a Katie Ledecky. She just seems to be the hottest one there. Yeah. And I don't know how much of the racing, I don't know.
Sha'Carri Richardson?
Yeah, she'd be great. I just don't know what's in the product. Yeah, Noah Lyles. I didn't know that, guys. Hey, if a guy could win a gold medal with COVID, man, you're good. You're real fast.
You're bringing up Olympics. Hold on, because I got a question here on the YouTube chat. Cousin Pete says, if France beats the USA, does that make Wemby rookie cards go up?
He's hot already,
right?
But I'm guessing yes.
Yeah, he ain't done nothing though.
I know.
He ain't done nothing. He just had a historic rookie year.
No. I'm talking about in the Olympics.
Well,
he hasn't done anything.
Hey, if you're going to come after the Kings and not Sacramento Kings, but the Kings of basketball, national, worldly, and you beat them, what's going to happen? Of course, you're going to.
What does he have? What if he has 2 4 points though?
So did Robert Ory when he won the championship.
I might cut your
Why y'all bring up old stuff, right? You had to go there. You want me to open these on there?
They're all you.
All right, so what are these here?
These are 2023-24 Contenders basketball.
Contenders.
What am I looking for in here? What's
Wemby, of course. You're looking for Wemby, but that does come with either you're in those packs. You're either going to get one autograph or one piece of jersey in there.
Each pack?
No, guaranteed out of those 5.
Out the box.
Out of that box.
Out the wax.
Okay. All right. Let me see what we got
use
here.
Our proper word.
Correct.
Our wax.
Pascal Siakam, Kevin Durant, Porzingis, Jordan Hawkins, Chet Holmgren, Tyrese.
No, wait, that's a 23? So that's a Chet rookie?
No.
Nah.
20,
what is that? 22, 23, 23, 20? What is that?
Yeah, it would have been last year, right? Last year.
No. That was Chet was last year.
Last
You're correct though, Jay, because Chet sat out the whole year, so it was his rookie season. But card wise, it came a year ago.
That's a rookie Stallions. Cam Whitmore.
There he goes.
Number 14. I don't know.
14 out of what?
It doesn't say.
So Drapes, as people are listening on the radio and only hearing stuff, my question as you're opening your packs, out of all of the non-Kings players that you got hyped for when you were calling a game, who impressed you where you're like, where you jumped out of your seat at calling?
You know what? I was just thinking about this the other day. and this was the thought I had, and this might be a little different than your question. Who outside of the Kings do I love to watch play?
Got you.
Like somebody outside of Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
And I was watching the Olympics. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA. The way he moves, man, he's probably right up there. I love watching that dude
His
play.
in and out, in the lane, pop back, step backs. He's great. I love watching him.
Emran, how is let me follow that. How is SGA on the hobby car collectible market? Like, where is he at in the pantheon?
If you were to say top, he's got a jersey card. Excuse me here. His jersey card is Noah Clowney. Rookie ticket jersey card.
Anything?
I mean, you got it.
You got a buyback program for me at the True Card Shop?
Hey, he said buyback program as if he paid for this box. Yeah. Free 99 every week.
Right.
Yeah, I would just say that like SGA is one of those guys. I think the personality matters. You know what I mean? The personality matters. People like the sizzle.
Yeah.
Right? Anybody could call a game, but you ain't Kyle Draper.
Yeah, you got to add a spice. Yeah, you got to, right.
It's funny because before I ever met you and was blessed with your friendship, I would tell Jessica all the time, I was like, this dude, I love the way he calls it. Because it's not a
Look at Jessica. She's giving you the side eye.
It's not a homer. It's not a homer call, but you're the home of the Kings voice. And you call it like that. And when you have that, it just pops. And I feel like that's how it is for everybody in NBA, NFL.
Yeah.
Those that are outspoken and show that personality, they're great. And it's weird because SGA is one of those guys that's out there, but he's just not verbal. He's just not like screaming and yelling like he should be. But you think of like dudes like Westbrook. You think of, these guys, they just have these personalities about them. Yeah. So I think if he'd step up a little bit more personality, Jay, he'd be somebody that he'd have even more notoriety in this scenario.
Hey, if you got a question for Emran, you can call us up, 916-339-1140. Emran Pilati, True Sports Cards. All right, man, I'm done opening this.
How'd you do?
You tell me. Not that good. I'm just saying. I mean, that's the best card I got. That's the jersey card right there.
No Wemby?
Nah, no Wemby.
Any Kings?
No Kings.
Man.
I know. It's a rough box. Oh, no, I got a De'Aaron Fox.
Okay, you're all right.
What is a base card, bro? Come on now.
How dare you do that to De'Aaron?
This is the problem with the card game right now. 12-year-old Drapes would have been super excited back in 1987. But 49-year-old Drapes, De'Aaron Fox, my guy, base card. It's too many, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Variations.
So is it because of the value that you're disappointed? Yeah. Oh, so it's all about the money, is what you're saying.
Dog, I'm 49 years old. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get a Wemby rookie jersey or something. You know,
he's opening every pack. How much is this? How much is this?
You know our motto on this show:
sell it.
Sell it.
But you're seeing that though in sports cards right now. Like when we were growing up, it wasn't like that.
Well, there was only 3 different brands.
Yeah.
Right, it'd be Fleer, Tops, and Donruss. That's all we got. Right, Fleer, Tops, and Donruss. Now we got 17 different versions of the same card, and this one's a little bit different, and this one's numbered, and this one, like literally, there's a tiger, there's a rhinoceros. I'm not joking. These are actually parallels within the Prism product.
Really?
Yeah. Hyper.
Why do they do that, man?
So
people can keep buying boxes, searching for those kind of things.
Think about this: how many different Kings jerseys can you buy? After you buy the white or black, you're out. They can't sell you anymore, but they can sell you a purple one. They can do a city edition. They can what they're doing. It's just the same thing in cards as well. So
a little back edition. Yeah. Somebody got a question: are booster boxes worth getting, or should you spend more money for a guaranteed card? So to speak. Like
okay, so cousin Pete.
Yeah, you looking at that?
Guess what? Kyle just opened. That was a blaster box. That's a blaster box. That's right. So the answer is no. But higher the risk, higher the reward.
Right.
We have a box that just came out, 2023 Donruss Optic Football.
Is that Emran's phone?
That is my phone.
You
Come on, rookie.
Man. Everybody texting you. Come on,
rookie. Let me just see what they say. Oh, hey, man, you're on the radio right now. Right. It says this right now.
You said with Drapes and Jay.
It says this. You know Kyle Draper? It says it right here.
Right.
Wow. Hashtag blessed. So what I'm getting at though is it's $850 a box for 20 packs, 4 cards per pack, 80
That's
cards
a lot of
total.
risk, though.
Yep, 1 autograph per box. No CJ Stroud potential autograph. No, the best autograph you can get there's Anthony Richardson. Guy buys it off our box off the shelf yesterday for $850 plus tax, and pulls a downtown Mahomes. That Mahomes card just by itself alone is probably $600.
Really?
Sell it ungraded. So if you're
Ungraded.
gonna spend $850, you're gonna get these opportunities of cards that are really worth a lot. For those of you that want to enjoy the hobby and you're in the line at Target and go, hey, there's some boxes over there, feel free to do that. We have that at the card shop too. We have both retail and hobby, so we have both opportunities. I have everything for everybody, whether it's a $2 pack that you want to spend for you and your kids, or if you want to spend thousands of dollars on a box, we got it all.
All right, we got much more with Emmer and Pilati here. And Lil Beckett, what's up, young fella? Look at him smiling right there. You're listening to the Drive Guys here, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hello, I'm Frank Cocker with the Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. Are we speeding toward a recession? 2 recession indicators were triggered when the unemployment rate increased to 4.3% in July. The SOM rule states that a rise in unemployment of more than 0.5% from a 12-month low indicates a recession has been entered. While it has a perfect record looking at the 9 past recessions, it doesn't take into account all of the reasons for the rise. Spending on discretionary items such as travel, dining out, and accommodations make a case that consumers are not tightening their belts. According to Apollo Global Management's chief economist, Torsten Slock, there is not much evidence that we are in or entering a recession. Our jobs market has been propped up by a lack of layoffs, not robust hiring. Unemployment is rising due to higher labor participation rates as more workers have attempted to enter the workforce. Our employment picture isn't typical of a recession. Then again, what has been typical the past 4 to 5 years? Maybe it's time to put the brakes on the recession talk for now. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Cafe Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Osaic Cafe is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Cafe.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store, and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
The Good Feet Store in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
Sacramento, Dirks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Farmerly, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Arby's of Sacramento and Public Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Drapes, Jay, and Emran, it's the Drive Guys here.
What is this?
Sacktown Sports. What is that?
What is this?
Yo, you going through my things?
I'm looking. Yeah, I did. I just saw here AJ's Custom Jewelry. There's this beautiful little charm here. It says VJE. What is this?
My daughter is selling bracelets for her cheer squad.
Okay.
$12 a bracelet. And if you want a bracelet, supporting young Quinn, you know, when we came to the card show you had, man, she was a rock star out there.
She sold more lemon.
I know. She sold.
And she had the red Solo cups. I was like, what's being passed out around this my show?
She sold close to $400 worth of lemonade at your card show. Now she's selling bracelets for her cheer squad. I need Sacktown Sports 1140, the family out there, to help my little girl. Here's what the deal is.
Okay.
$12 per bracelet. And the person who sells the most out of her cheer squad, they get a custom Stanley. You know, one of those tumblers that are $50 now, I think they are.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get money, raise money, trying to win the contest for that.
Good
so
for
you
her.
can hit me up, slide in my DMs. They always open. You know, I'm checking you out. If you want a $12 bracelet, support Drape's daughter, Quinn, hit me up, text me, message the station. I'll lace you up.
I got a good idea. You could do $12 each or 5 for $60. I think that's a good deal.
Yeah, that's the salesman on give people a deal, right? A break, right? Deal.
How much do I save?
I know, right?
Well,
right.
Math ain't my strongest point.
So how many can I put you down for? 10, 20,
I feel
30?
pressured.
I know.
I feel pressure right now.
You brought it up.
I was just wondering what this is. I didn't know
just
about
like a birthday coming up. You know what I mean?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
All right.
Beckett's going to be wearing a ton of these. I'll tell you what. How about this? Not only will I buy 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of us, so I'll buy 3 of them. I'll also start putting them out there available at our trade night, which is tomorrow night at our shop.
Ooh.
So we have trade night at our shop tomorrow, 6 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
And whenever we have our trade nights at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road there in Rockland, trade nights, we usually have 100 to 120 people through there. So we would love, we would love for you guys to come in.
So I need Lil Quinn to come on out tomorrow with me and Nick.
I don't know what it was about her selling lemonade, but she was like, "Sir, would you like to buy a cup of lemonade?" And people would be like, "Yeah." He goes, "Are you here together? You and that other person?" Yes. They look thirsty too. Quinn was out there.
Oh, she's all about the dollar.
Speaking of
she's
selling,
all about hustling.
Speaking of selling, so Nick's been an intern with us now for about 4 months. We got busy the other day, and your son, who is very talkative, but only if you get him going.
Yeah,
he's not a self-starter.
He doesn't start right. Yeah,
this dude was selling like crazy the other
day.
To
the customers.
Yes. He was ringing people up. He was doing really well. I was like, oh my goodness, we need to hire this guy for permanent.
All right. You know who he's trying to follow in his footsteps in?
Me.
No,
not
you.
Sorry.
Pete, your boy Pete. No. Pete's a rock star out there. Pete always giving me a hard time, though.
Listen, if you want to know how good Pete is, just ask him. He'll tell you.
Right.
Okay.
Sounds like it's cut from the same cloth, huh?
That's why Pete works for me.
Exactly. Hey, man, we got some phone calls for you. You cool with answering a couple of questions? Let's get to Glenn on line 1. Glenn, you're on with Drapes, Jay, and Imran. What you got for us, Glenn?
Hey, I got I mailed in a bunch of rappers one year in Tough magazine, and it was a Christmas card from each brand of card. Genre, Cynical, Ultra Clear, and all that. I was just wondering, what's the price on that?
It cut out right when you said that. Could you repeat that one more time?
One more time,
at the last sentence.
I'm trying to find out, where can I find the price range on those?
Okay, so the pricing of cards, got you. If I heard him correctly. Jay, is that what you picked up as well?
What I got.
Yeah. All right, so interestingly enough, there used to be a price guide that we would all have as our Bible when it came to pricing. And it was called the Beckett Monthly, which is why that young man right there is named Beckett, because that's my inspiration when I was collecting cards with my dad. The Beckett is not used anymore, really. It's informational, but because the way that cards are bought and sold today, it's so active, so quick, so rapidly sold that we really operate off of eBay sold comps. Now, when I say that, we're talking about solds, not what people are asking for it, but what transactions have actually happened. So the best way to do it is just go to eBay, look up the card that you're looking for, add in the name, the year, the brand, and then press sold buttons. So that way you see the green pricing. Whatever the green pricing is, that's usually the sales price and what we could determine as the value.
Okay. Moving on. Let's go to 10. All right, 10, you on with Drapes, Jay, and Imran of True Sports Card. You got to come with a card question. Hopefully, 10. We spun the wheel. What say you, 10?
All right, Drapes. Jay, thanks. Imran.
What's up?
How well do you sleep at night? You know, knowing these kids come into your store, buy the box, booster pack, they come home and they record themselves, unboxing them, having the time of their life, because I sure did when I opened up Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon when I got home.
You asked how well do I sleep at night?
Yeah, man. You putting smiles on people's faces.
Well, that's the hope. I do have a candle that we have, a custom candle that I had made by one of our friends, and it's called the I'm Sorry That You Got Panini'd candle flavor. And what happens is I'll see some people every once in a while buy, a really expensive box, and then they open it. I've told the story before. Somebody in my store paid $1,100 for a box of 2021 Prism football, and it comes with 2 autographs. And the first autograph guaranteed was Panini points, meaning you could use this on our website to redeem. Bad move. And the second one was Rex Ryan. the coach. And when you spend $1,000 on a box and you pull Rex Ryan and Panini points, it's tough. Like, I want to hug you and I want to apologize, but I don't pack the boxes, right? I feel bad. So for every one of the good beat stories, we have a couple of bad beat stories. But here's what the point of it is. I try my best to make sure people spend within their price range that they feel comfortable in. I feel like I'm a responsible bartender that doesn't overserve you.
Okay.
I won't let you buy something outside.
Know their limit.
Correct.
Right?
And I talk to them, and I want to make sure that we're building this for a long-term vision, right? Not the quick buck. I want to be here like a card shop for the next 30 years. I want Beckett to own it.
Yep.
I want the longevity of it all. And it happens when you take care of customers. So I love being able to do that. He opens Yu-Gi-Oh! Tien said he opened Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never gotten into that. We have Pokemon. I really don't know much about Pokemon, but we sell a lot of it.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that stuff. For me, it was G.I. Joe. I watched G.I. Joe, Transformers. I was into that stuff when I was young. So whenever I see that stuff, nostalgia-wise, I'm on it.
Tell me about trade night, because me and Nick are swinging by, and I guess Quinn, based on this text I got from her right now, she's listening. She's, oh my word, I'm going to sell like $60,000, but I can't have more. So you got to place an order. I think I got 5, in person, and then you got to order them, and they didn't want to give you.
You got models.
Yeah,
you got model versions.
Yeah. I might have to go check out the cheer coach, stop by and get a box.
I was going to say, it's a lot. We had a team, a friend of Jessica's, sell her kids cookies. What were they? Girl Scout cookies.
At trade night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, cooked.
Really?
Oh my god. We
At
sold
the store?
Yeah, we sold like 100 boxes that night.
Dang.
So maybe if Quinn could bring lemonade and her. So
you got a spot for us to set up shop?
So buy a cup of her lemonade for $12 and get the bracelet free.
I like that. That's smart.
Hey, we're all about bundles here.
That's a bundle. That's a bundle. That's a bundle. Hey, let's take this quick break. You got time still?
We're going to sit in traffic.
Jessica and little Beckett over
here.
Good. Let me ask Jessica a question real quick. I'm looking at Beckett's outfit. Cute kid. But I'm also looking at her phone case. Don't tell me you accessorized outfit and phone case also. Did I see that right?
And Beckett's fit and her fit.
And her fit. Is your phone case the same pattern as?
I think so. I think
is that just by accident?
It just makes me basic, I think, is what that is.
All right. So for those that are not on YouTube watching, she's got a brown tan outfit. The baby's got a brown tan outfit. Her husband's brown and tan. Everything is.
I called her out.
She's all about that.
Look at the back of her phone case.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That's the same. I'm sorry to put you on the spot there. I'm sorry. All right, more with Imran coming up in just a little bit. It's the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, The Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
It's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/SacktownSports1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Who am I? I can't say that, Jay. I can't finish that full lyric.
Well, he didn't either. We're PG rated here.
Drapes, Jay, and Imran here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140 coming up at the top of the hour. Infinity Sports Radio. Make sure you stick around for that. Imran, we were talking before the break about trade night. So me and Nick are swinging by. Do we need to bring our loot? Do we need to bring stuff? Like, explain what trade night is. Got to turn on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, Brooke, the rookie today, man.
Hey, listen, man.
Your wife must got you flustered or something, man.
Got him shook, huh?
How am I doing, babe? Am I doing a good job? Yeah, so what I would tell you is that trade night is where we have people bring their cards, bring their memorabilia even, bring their cash. They're there to meet other collectors and really find cards that they want. So, Drapes, what is your PC? What is your personal collection? Who do you collect? What team do you collect?
Like, I'm a Magic Johnson guy.
Okay, so you're going to
I need Magic Johnson cards.
So people will have Magic Johnson, and maybe they don't like the Lakers. They don't know. Some of these younger kids don't know who Magic Johnson is. So they're like, yeah, I'm willing to trade this. And you're like, good. Who do you like? I want the Kings. All right, here's some Kings. I have a De'Aaron Fox base card that I'd like to trade I just got. And people want to trade their cards. They'll say, I want that. You want this. Let's make the trade. So there's a lot of that going on. People will have cards for sale. They'll want to sell their cards. We're okay with that too.
Okay.
So it's a lot of just getting to know people in the hobby, having fun. People get together because they're of one common thing, right? We can all listen to music at our house, but why do we go to a concert? Because Drapes likes this music. I like this music. We're high-fiving together, hanging out, listening to music. It's about camaraderie. It's about hanging out with a community that represents and loves the same stuff that you love.
So I don't need to bring my best of the best or graded or do I? Like what kind of level?
Hey, better cards, better options for you to have, right? But I don't like it when people bring cards that they have no intention of selling, because I think it's risky to you can leave it somewhere, you can lose it.
Yeah.
Just if you're going to bring stuff that you're willing to trade or sell.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't bring anything further than that, unless you like to shine and throw a little, like,
knowing me, I'm bringing money. I'm bringing money.
Yeah, I'm gonna trade that.
Anything I have, I've purchased because I wanted it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, and that's kind of how I like those trades too. I like trading cards for money as well.
You like
yes, I enjoy money.
Imran, what's the and forgive me, I'm just gonna call it a case. I would imagine it is a case. Drapes, and I don't know if you and young Nick has this. Every time I'm around True Sports Cards and their family, everyone's walking around with like a bulletproof type case, right? It's a square type. Oh, he's got one. Okay, so you got that. That is something that you have to bring the trade night.
Yeah, the brand is called Zion. That's the name of the brand, but it's a lot like Kleenex, right? So the brand might be Kleenex, but tissue paper is what it is. There's plenty of different cases, but there is a Zion brand.
What is it? Just called a card case? What is it called? Does it have a specific name?
Yeah, they call it slab cases. Slabs are the graded cards. But we'll be giving away 2 of those tomorrow.
Slab cases?
Yeah. We'll be giving those. Yeah, just be there and must be present to win, but we're going to be giving that away. We're going to be giving away free packs.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be giving away.
6 to 9 tomorrow.
6 to 9 tomorrow, yep.
Give me that address.
There. I will be there.
6661 Stanford Ranch Road. It's right off of the 65 by the busiest Costco in the nation.
Oh, that one's busy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Is it really the busiest one in the nation?
Yes, it is.
Man,
that whole area be busy.
That's why they had to like release the pressure by putting one in Loomis, and I think they have another one that so they're trying to ease the pressure because they could not keep up with the demand. That is the busiest gang. That is the busiest Costco in the nation.
Does Kirkland sell anything car wise?
Car?
As in the card. CARD, memorabilia, hobby. Are they into that?
They do sell these. Topps and Fanatics have tried to do everything they can to be everywhere. The owner, Michael Rubin, the CEO,
Fanatics,
Fanatics CEO, is trying to what he calls 10x the hobby. He wants it 10 times bigger than what it was. If you think about it, have you ever seen a TV commercial in regards to sports cards?
No.
Nope. You ever hear a radio commercial about sports cards? Nope.
Yep.
Oh, mine.
True Sports
Now,
Cards.
I'm the ambassador. But what I'm getting at is that there's opportunities there to grow this sport, this hobby, this love for the game. And nobody's ever done it really. So what they're doing is they're trying to be everywhere. They're now in lids. Okay. You can buy cards in lids.
Really?
You can buy cards at Costco. So it's not just like Target on the aisleway.
Yeah.
We're talking about like truly dedicated locations inside of stores that normally wouldn't have it. That makes sense. I think they have 30 million email addresses from past customers worldwide by Fanatics. And they're going to use that power to reach out and say, hey, you love wearing the jerseys. You love wearing the hats. Why wouldn't you want to collect the Wemby rookie card? Why wouldn't you want to collect a De'Aaron Fox special card? So they're trying to tap into a market that's already been noticed. So the reason I'm bringing this up because Costco is now part of that, and they're doing a special Costco-based stuff.
Costco-based. Do you let's keep it real, Emmerich. Are you getting a Wemby auto or whatever it may be in some of those
next
packs?
to that $1.50
or is it
hot
going to
dog?
be kind of, a bunch of base stuff?
Jay just said next to that $1.50 hot dog, $1.50 hot dog,
right?
And soda,
too, yeah.
Don't short the soda. Everything comes with a risk, but I could tell you that with Panini, they are not able to have a Wembanyama autograph. They are not able to have a CJ Stroud autograph because Fanatics lock them up as exclusives.
Right.
So when you have Fanatics products out there, yes, you do have a chance at a Wemby. That box that you just opened, 100%, you are not getting a Wemby. Okay. Because he's not in the product.
Because he's not in. Oh,
He's
yeah,
not in Panini,
yeah. He's not
right?
here. Yeah.
But if you open a Topps or a Fanatics product, there is a chance that you have a Wemby. Yeah. So
Question, Emmer.
Yeah.
Following somewhat of that cab, I guess, but not so much of that cab. What's going on with Marvin Harrison Jr.? Like he's a coin flip. He was signed. He's not signed. What's the next move for him?
He's continuing his holdout. This is something that the rumor is that when he was really young, like 15, 16 years old, he signed an exclusive NIL agreement with Fanatics. Okay. This needs to be independently authorized, but this is the rumor that I've heard. So allegedly is what I need to say in front of it. Allegedly protects me. And that contract exceeded some years and his value had exceeded that. So it's almost like a holdout, like a Aiyuk type holdout. Like I'm worth more than this and you guys have me locked in for a certain amount. So he's refusing to sign this agreement, meaning that Fanatics cannot make his jerseys. They cannot make his licensed product. He's just holding out. And I don't know if he's holding out for more money or if he's just trying to teach a lesson, but this happened one long time ago. Barry Bonds did it. Barry Bonds did it with all of his products. So when you saw like baseball, Jay, you're a baseball guy. So when High Heat was made by High Heat, it was
I remember that.
The player that was Barry Bonds was actually a white dude named John Dowd.
Yeah.
Okay. And for those of you that know John Dowd, there was a legal aspect to that part, but it had all Barry Bonds' attributes. 99 hits, 99 on the hit rating and etc. So when these players hold out, they're doing things that are just different than everybody else. Ken Griffey Jr. had his own thing, too. So these players, it's not unusual, but it's unusual nowadays because, or I should say, it's starting to come because these players are getting such notoriety and money earlier and earlier. I heard a 13-year-old just signed a NIL agreement.
What?
Yeah. So these guys and gals are getting paid. Think about young Nick. 2 years earlier, he would have signed an NIL agreement,
think about that.
making thousands of dollars. Yeah. Arch Manning had one. Arch Manning had one. Arch Manning was holding out. So these players are holding out and they're saying, I know my value and this is what I want to get for it. NCAA just had a scenario where they just did their EA Sports video game.
Yeah.
And they paid every single player $700.
Yeah, $650.
Oh, really?
$650, $700. Every single college player, so that way they could actually have them in the game.
Yeah.
Now people are like, nope, I need more. Because they sold over $500 million.
Yeah. And that was another thing too with Fanatics. They're just thinking about like, if we have to do all these Wemby exclusives, what do Wemby's have to get paid in order to be the guy only with what 25 million for a couple of years? So when you do that, it's like 25 million for that guy and 20 million for that guy and 50 million for that guy and $25 million for that gal. So there's a lot of money that's on the outgo. So when you see some of these prices, that's how they do it.
That's why. Somebody from the 530 texted in, is a card with a jersey piece always valuable or does it just depend?
It depends. And here's an example. I'm going to hand you this card back.
Noah Clowney, baby.
All right. On the back of that card, take a look and see what it says about the memorabilia piece. Can you read what it says there, Drapes?
What did it say? What am I looking at?
This piece of memorabilia or jersey is not from any...
Is not associated with any specific player. What?
Yes.
So this not even his jersey?
It was just a piece of jersey that they cut up and put in there. That's why these jerseys...
What?
Yeah, that's why the thing is worth less and less and less and less and less because they're watering them down. Now, this stuff came out in 1996. This is when they originally did it. Upper Deck did the first one. And they took pieces of jersey that was actually from a game, chop it up, and put it in there. It was unique, different, something that nobody's ever seen before. And now they're cutting pieces of cloth.
So this is just a random jersey.
I don't even know if it's a jersey. It could have been just one sheet of, could have been from
Joanne advertising, right?
Joanne Fabrics, big old thing, just cut it up. It could have been any of that stuff. That's why Topps and Fanatics is saying, we're going to take over the licensing in the next year to 2 years, and we're not going to have this nonsense anymore that Panini's doing.
Crazy right here. This is unbelievable.
And
Thank you, promoters.
And you're a collector, and you didn't know that.
Yes.
I thought it was. I knew it wasn't like game worn or anything, but I thought at least he touched it. He touched it or something.
No, then there's other stuff called player worn.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor, everybody. Google Mark Ingram jerseys. Mark Ingram, the football player that played for the Saints.
Yeah.
This dude is wearing. There's a picture of him wearing. I'm not joking. Probably 30 jerseys at the same time. He's like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Yeah. Okay. And what they did was they took.
Oh, I see it.
And what they, so what they do is they say, hey, calm down, Ryan. Mark Ingram wore this. Well, of course he wore it for 10 seconds.
Dude,
right?
This is
they take a picture of him wearing it. They have a picture of him wearing it. Right. And then what they do is they chop that up. Was that player worn? Yes, it was. Maybe for 10 seconds, but player worn.
Technically.
So, yeah. It was one of those.
But didn't things change before COVID and then everything after COVID? Like, for instance, is it just because of Panini? They're the ones to keep an eye on, or did Topps or whoever else?
Panini had the exclusive for football and basketball for the last 10 years. And then Michael Rubin does what Michael Rubin does. He swooped in there in the middle of the night and bought all the licensing from everything. So that way it's all going to shift over to him.
Wow.
And who better to handle this than the guy that's in charge of all of the Fanatics?
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, you just broke my heart. He just broke my heart, Jay. I get a jersey card. I'm at least thinking he wore it or it came from the Nets facility or something.
I didn't break your heart. I opened your eyes.
Yeah, you get.
So should I not buy jersey cards anymore?
This is our option for right now. But I'll tell you what, I have plenty of signed jerseys at True Sports
Cards. I know you do. I know. I got to talk to you about one.
And we know Malik Monk touched his jerseys.
Yeah, we did. I was there. I saw Malik signing them. You're right, man. You got your show tomorrow too, right?
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. I'll be live. If you have any questions, I'm solo tomorrow.
What?
I'm solo tomorrow. Emil's gone. He's working. Well,
49ers.
He's working
49ers.
49ers.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff that I got to talk about. We've got some cool stuff happening. We have the Fanatics Fest in New York that I'm going to be going to next week.
James, have you seen that?
Big deal.
No.
Dude, we got to talk about that next week.
It is a big deal.
Yeah,
They're expecting it's the Lollapalooza. It's a Woodstock of sports. Yeah, sports.
Wow.
It's going to be wonderful.
All right, man. We will see you tomorrow. You going to be at trade night? Of course.
That dude ain't going to be at no trade night.
He's too big for that.
Hey, I'm the sun. The solar system just revolves around me, bro.
Listen, I will be there tomorrow, man. Thanks for jumping on. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. We'll see you Monday at 2. It's the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Nice work. Thanks. Taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me. Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas, right?
Yes.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yes. Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger with more energy and endurance. And as Frank says, you'll like it too.
Text radio to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix. Text RADIO to 321-321. That's radio to 321-321.
Your gas light's on. We need to fill up.
Gas around here is too expensive.
Don't drive all over searching for the lowest prices. Just download the free Upside app and get cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying gas? I'm stopping now to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or e-gift card. Download the free Upside app now and use promo code RADIO for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up. That's promo code RADIO.
What's wrong?
My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying? Are you crying because of that other credit card?
Uh-huh.
Well, switch to the Capital One Venture card. Venture lets you redeem miles on any travel purchase.
Really?
Yep, and you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every single day. The Capital One Venture card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now